Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Bailey.
And these are our book boyfriends. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back. Have they been gone for long, or is it just us?
They've been a month.
They've been gone for a month? Oh,
Yeah.
I missed you guys. Hello.
We haven't recorded in 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's felt like 500 years.
Yeah. Especially like in the online community. If you're gone for 2 months, like you're
dead.
Dead. Dead. But we're not dead. We're here. Hello.
You almost.
Did I?
Well, work. That's
My
why we took that time off.
Yeah. My summer was insert fart noise here.
That's on you, Joe.
That's on you.
I don't have one, but I can find one, I guess.
Love it.
You don't have to.
I'll just fart in the mic.
That's what I was saying. You can make one.
Yeah.
If there's a fart, just know it's my fart.
Oh, no. Wait, you should record Daisy.
Oh.
Make that bitch do some work around here.
Yeah, really. My gosh. Freeloader.
Mm-hmm.
They live rent free.
Truly.
Man. But yeah, we've been gone for the summer because my job sucks. Just kidding. I really like my job, but the summer is really, really tough at my job. And I'm glad the summer's over. I'm glad it's September. Fall's around the corner.
Wow. Fall's here, according to Starbucks.
Okay, yes.
It's arrived.
The fall has arrived
For the white
according
girlies.
to Starbucks. And let me tell you, you know what? Actually, let's take a moment to appreciate the week that the pumpkin spice latte came out.
Oh my God, you're right.
It was an iconic week for the girlies. It was an iconic week. We got a new Serena Carpenter album.
Sabrina, bitch.
Sabrina. I knew I said it wrong. I was like, something sounds wrong. Taylor Swift got engaged that same week. And the Summer I Turned Pretty episode that aired that week was like
I don't remember which one it was.
I'm pretty sure it was the Conrad one. Like the...
No way.
No.
Not
The Declaration.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it was that same week. I don't know. I just remember being like, oh my gosh, the world is healing. I am healing.
Things are happening.
Like, I took a sip of my pumpkin spice latte,
my God.
and I literally was like, like came up from the dead, man.
There was also My Life with the Walter Boys came.
Yes.
Season 2 came out
Have you been keeping up with the new episodes, or did it release
they
all
just-
at once?
all at once, and they've all been consumed.
And you've watched all of them?
I'm caught up
Yeah.
in about a week.
Yeah. Because you said, I have this itch. I got to scratch it. And you
Literally,
just
I need
busted
the
through
weird
it.
teen
Yeah.
brother bullshit, and so I just watched literally all of them.
I cannot believe. Was it good?
No.
Okay. It's like The Summer I Turned Pretty, but like country, right?
Mm-hmm. They call Yeehaw Conrad, and Yeehaw Jeremiah on the internet.
I love
They live in Colorado, and they're like,
Colorado.
one of them's like not a bull rider, like a bronco rider. Mm-hmm. They ride horses. They live out they own like a ranch.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw Conrad is not really very yeehaw-y.
Is he the blonde?
Yeah, Cole.
Okay.
His name's Cole, but he was like star football player, got injured, so now he's Mopey McGee.
Aw, poor guy. You know, sometimes when we shit on these characters, I'm like, well, listen, like his mom
I'm not
did
saying he
die.
can't be sad. Well, this one, like, obviously you can be sad, but he does stupid shit because of it, and he used that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Heard.
it's not he's sad, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's he gets drunk and does mean, awful things
Oh, heard.
because he's sad. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But it's...
So the new season dropped that same week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like the Girly Pops had a good week that week.
Really was.
Yeah, and then we went back to regular scheduled programming, and life is awful. So I'm just kidding.
Literally.
Bailey's had a rough few days, actually. I had a rough summer, but she had a rougher few days.
It was like only 48 hours, really. Joe,
Was it though?
I'll let you.
I felt like 10 years.
Honestly. You can explain yourself.
Explain myself. I don't have nothing to explain.
I mean, it's your car, technically. Well,
so our car got
legally.
stolen from our neighborhood. That was great. This has happened to me twice.
Well,
First time technically was legal, but
the first time it was towed, we just thought it was stolen because the tow people didn't fucking report it as towed. So we thought it was stolen. I don't
Yeah.
even remember how long it took them to finally do their job and report it as towed.
But yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I was in nursing school.
This time was actually stolen, so that was fun.
Yeah.
By some teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
We got it back though.
Yeah, we did get it back. Our neighbor has yet to get it back, we think. I haven't seen it, but at the same time, I'm real confused.
I don't know where he lives.
Like, I
TBH.
want to call and actually ask about the case a little bit because some of it's confusing. Because they said they caught all of them. And they had like a stack of keys when we were there. And he has yet to get his car back. So I'm kind of confused on the situation here.
Yeah.
I wonder if they like wrecked his or something. And so the reason why you guys haven't seen it is because it's in the shop or something.
I don't know. It's possible. They wrecked they did not wreck my car. It's drivable. But they dented it.
Yeah. I think they made like a tight turn or something. And our car definitely hit something.
my
If not
gosh.
another car.
Yeah.
But there's a large dent and scrape behind the driver's side or
The
passenger.
back rear panel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a text. It was like, this intro was stolen. And I was like, that's all that I get, Bailey.
Well,
Well, that's all they had for a while.
Yeah.
No, it was Bailey can tell this part, but like waking up and then finding it stolen, she like left to go to work and like was backing out and was like, "Where's Joe's car?" And then comes running in and is like, "Hey, your car's missing. Where is it?"
yeah, I'm like, where's the fuck's your car? And you know, like when things happen, like you're like, okay, you know, it's like not the pieces weren't putting together. I'm like, okay, did someone borrow it? Like, did he leave it somewhere? Like,
Yeah. Joe is home, but the
didn't
car
bring him
is not.
Like, did someone borrow? Like, you know, I'm like, what?
Where's the car?
What? And it took me a minute because I don't normally go to work at that hour. It was like 7:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I work nights. I was going for like a meeting, and then gonna come home and probably go back to bed. Let's be real. So I'm tired as fuck because I'm not awake at this hour. I get in my car. I put on some Paramore. I'm about to fucking jam, bro. Okay, I'm ready to jam on the way to work, get myself awake. I back all the way out. I look up to like put it probably back in drive. I don't know. And I'm like, wait a minute. The fuck? There's no car there. And that's when I'm like, wait, is there supposed to be a car there? And I'm like, yeah, I just talked to, you know, like.
Joe is there. I
I'm
just
not-
left. He's
yeah,
there.
I'm like not computing. Because normally when I leave for work, Joe's not here most of the time when I leave at 6 p.m. He's either at the gym, still at school, still at work, like whatever. He's usually not here. So like me walking out not seeing his car is not abnormal when I'm leaving for work. But, you know, so it just took me a minute to compute. So I pulled back up. I ran inside, like you said. When I ran back out, because I left everything in my car still, because I just like literally hopped out of my car, ran inside, yelled at Joe. I'm like, what the hell do I do? He's like, call the cops. I'm like, okay. And so like I run back out. And luckily my neighbor was like in my driveway at that point. One of them. Met a lot of them just last week. We met everyone.
We met everyone, basically. They're all nice.
They're all nice.
But he was like, hey, was your car stolen? And I'm like, yeah. Like, just like feral, probably. I probably had like a feral look in my eyes. Like, yeah, like,
Probably.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And he's like, my house cameras caught it. Like, I know the exact time they left. I see the people, like, they took several cars. And he was like, the cops are like right over here. Like, they were like around the corner. So I didn't see them initially. He's like, they're right over here. Like, you can come do a statement. And so, like, I went over there and Joe got dressed and like came over there and like we did all of that.
So
whatever.
like when you were walking up to the cops though, did you just go like, hi, my car also got stolen? Like how did you like introduce yourself?
Well, like our neighbor took me over there and I'm standing there for a little bit because I think someone else was there. So he was talking to them. And then he was like, someone else walked up and the guy was like, I have footage. And he was like, here's an email to send. And then he was like, I think my neighbor was like, hey, her car was stolen too. I think
okay.
he kind of helped a bitch out.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's wonderful. And he was like, her car was stolen too. And he was like showing his. He's like, this is it. It's this car kind of thing. Very dad energy. He's helping a bitch out. Thank God.
Love that.
Meanwhile, I didn't know she walked over there. Yeah. So like, I get
You walk
dressed.
outside and you're like, she gone.
I get dressed. I walk outside with no shirt on. There's people walking down the street and they're looking at me like I'm like looking at them. And then I'm like, where's Bailey? So I go back inside, can't find Bailey inside. And then she texts me that she's outside. And so I go back outside and I'm like,
Where?
Okay, the car is missing. Did I just like shift to a different dimension? Like, where is Bailey?
Yeah, I didn't explain. I just said I'm outside talking to the cops, but I didn't say like
Down the street.
yeah.
Around the corner.
You made it.
Yeah, I made it. It wasn't that long, but there was a moment of like, what's
Yeah,
going
like
on?
things are happening. Like your brain doesn't work in those moments.
No, it doesn't. And
Really
also,
bad.
like, the way that it works, saying it takes 3 seconds, but feeling it takes 0.2. So it's like, you weren't actually sitting there, like, where is Bailey? You know, like.
But yeah, so they gave us all police report and all that, and then pretty much stressed instantly because like I don't make a lot of money at the moment, and so affording a car is not something that's like we could just go down and be like, oh, this is gonna be fine. It's
Yeah.
something that would be like, oh, we're
you're
eating
gonna
ramen.
struggle. Oh, you're gonna struggle.
We're eating ramen and that's all we can eat while we afford to buy a car. But yeah, so that was stressful and trying to figure
It's
all
not
that
even
stuff
just
out.
like. I think just with the wedding coming up made it worse.
That too, and
Like
then,
I have money stowed away, but I have it
Yeah.
stowed away for certain things.
You guys have been
like it's
so
been assigned.
good with your money for the wedding. And
Didn't
yeah.
have it like blow up a month before. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I
I've just
was-
spent so much. I don't want to say unnecessary, but in that moment, it felt
Yeah.
frivolous. Like I'm like, oh my god, we've just spent all this money on this bullshit, and now like
yeah,
Yeah.
now I need money for the car, but I don't have it because I've been spending it, and like I don't know.
Yeah.
that was the thing I was telling Bailey is like I can get a car, but that's all that's it for me. Like I can't
Yeah.
afford anything
The money I
else.
saved for the wedding, you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and like it's weird if you've ever been like a victim of a crime or like involved in a crime scenario, you get this like feeling of like
very
the events that take place, it just doesn't make sense in your head.
Yeah.
Like everything that just leads up to it, you're like, if I would have done this one other thing, or like it just happened to be this circumstance at this time, and then you kick yourself about it. And you're like, because the keys were in the car, so that's why it was stolen. But
But they were
circumstance-
in
They were
the
in-
neighborhood stealing. Like, they were.
Well, the
Yeah.
keys wasn't in the car they stole. You think they were in my car,
yeah, because
but we don't. Like that's the thing. Like we don't remember.
Yeah,
Because you don't track everything. You know, we don't have fucking Sheldon Cooper memories, unfortunately. So he's like, I think this is where they were. I think this is what happened.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't committing it to memory at the time because I wasn't aware. Fucking 10 hours later, my car was going to be stolen. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those things where we had done something earlier that day. I know I had gotten into my car for my sunglasses, and I guess I just left my keys in her console, just like sitting there. And then
because we left immediately.
because we left and like did some stuff and came back, and you know that's not something I would normally do, but you just don't think about it. 'Cause we also don't live in like a high crime area,
Yeah.
and we live in the very back of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of events where it's like
It's so weird.
just by chance.
Yeah.
But
Very much so.
and then they called us at 2:30 in the morning to come pick it up. 48 hours later. So
Literally almost exactly 48 hours after it was stolen. But they were like, you have to come pick it up right now or it's going to be towed. I'm like, okay. I guess I'm on the way. I'm in my PJs, bitch. But you gonna see my PJs.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, we have to go right now because I had to wake him up. And he was like, I was like, unless you want to pay the tow fee. And we know
Fuck
how well
no.
that went last time.
I will never pay a tow fee again.
Yeah,
If
actually.
my car gets towed, they can
Yours
just fucking
did, right?
keep it.
Yeah, my car has been towed before.
Because I was like, here's all the bullshit we didn't know when we got ours towed.
Yeah.
Have your shit together.
Yeah, and you know me. I never have my fucking shit together.
So I was like, you need this, 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 and this.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Exact change.
Exact
Fucking
change.
assholes,
In
bro. Like that
cash.
shit presses me. So
Especially
badly.
like we were the victim of a crime, so it's even more shitty because they're going to charge us the
Yeah.
same amount.
to get our car back when it was stolen from our driveway. It's not like we left it somewhere stupid.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess he did like call us before that happened.
Yeah.
They sat there and waited for us to get there.
I think
Like
mine was
20
like
minutes, they
over
sat there.
$500. My
I don't
tow.
remember how much it was for yours, but
So it was not a cheap amount
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy a tow truck.
because mine was also several days.
Oh shit!
because they
I
didn't
think
tell
ours was
us.
several days too.
Well, you had to wait for the title to get to you.
Yeah. Ours was a mess. It was all of my apartment's fault, too. I tried to get them to pay it back and everything because they gave us false information. And
Is that the parking lot thing?
yeah, so my apartment complex is resurfacing their parking lot, and they sent us the schedule for when the resurfacing was happening. We kept our car. At the time, we were basically dual living, half in Tulsa, half in Norman, because we were going to school in Norman, but I had a job in Tulsa, blah. So the car that got towed was at our apartment in Norman, but I was working in Tulsa, and I knew when the resurfacing was supposed to be occurring in my lot, and they did it early. So they towed my vehicle without calling me, without telling me that they were doing it early, and it was a big old mess. And then I didn't have the title, so I had to get that all squared away. And then when we finally went there, they were literal asshats. Like, the worst human beings I've ever encountered in my life. Mm. And I was like, can I just get my Jeep, please? Like, can I please just have my car?
That's how it is. So the first time my car was stolen.
Not stolen, but.
I think it is. But anyways, this Karen had it towed from this neighborhood. And like.
Because Joe before had a piece of shit truck. No really airbags, no seatbelts, hanging on by a goddamn thread. Like, I wouldn't even get in it.
Yeah, it was a death trap. But my friend was throwing a surprise birthday party for his wife. And he was like, your car is obviously recognizable. You can't just park in front. So we parked like a block away in his neighborhood. Not in front of somebody's house. I want to point that out. We parked in front of an empty lot.
Like a house being built. Like a
house being built. Like no one.
And then across the street was like a pond.
Yeah, it wasn't like in somebody's way. And, we drank. So Bailey drove me home. And the next morning we go to get it and it's not there. Where apparently a Karen had called to get it towed. The tow company showed up with the cops. And the tow company was like, well, we can't tow it. This isn't
illegally parked.
It's not illegally parked. And it's only been here less than 6 hours when she called. And they were like...
Because it wasn't even there 24 hours by the time we even went to pick it up.
Yeah.
And so she ended up complaining so much that they just towed it. And so then I had to do leapfrog because I didn't know where it was. I thought it was stolen. So I had to call...
And the problem is it was in like, quote unquote, kind of no man's land. No one wanted to claim the jurisdiction.
Yeah. No one wanted to claim where it was from. So I called Owasso PD, and then Owasso was like, oh, it's not us. Call Rogers County Sheriff or Highway Patrol. So then I called Highway Patrol, and they were like, oh, it's not us. It's Rogers County. Called Rogers County, and then they ended up having to forward me to some people before they eventually got somewhere. Crazy. Yeah, it was annoying. And then it took another 2 days for them to be like, oh, it was towed. Even though there was a cop there when it got towed, apparently. I was not there, but that's what I was told by the person that towed it.
Oh, yeah, because he was like, he kind of apologized, the guy who towed it. He was like, I'm like so sorry. Like, I didn't want to tow it. You did nothing wrong. Like, she was literally just a bitch.
Yeah, that's awful.
But I have the worst luck, so.
And not only that, we went to the tow lot to pick it up. And they're like, oh, wait, it's at this other location. We go to that location. They're like, oh, no, it's at this other location. So we go to the third location. And they're like, oh, no.
We drove it back to the original location.
It's actually at the OG location you were at the first time. It's been there it's actually the whole fucking time. And so we're like, okay, like, we'll just go back there. But they were like, no, we'll tow it to one of the second location we went to. So we it was, and these are all in different fucking towns, by the way. They're not like a block away.
Apart, yeah.
This sent me into a full-on panic attack. I literally went to the hospital that night because I thought I was dying. Because we had some like coffee during our 2-hour road trip we took, which was a bad idea for me because...
It's just girly.
Yeah, I didn't know that at that time. Yeah. I wasn't medicated yet.
You were not medicated yet.
I learned.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. Just like, we were fucking there, and they're like, no, it's here. No, that was just like the worst, like, nobody knew how to do their paperwork correctly situation.
Yeah.
No one's communicating to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long we were without that truck, honestly. I don't remember how long this whole ordeal was.
I remember you being pissed about it.
Well, yeah, because it was stupid. I know the truck was ugly, but it wasn't doing anything wrong.
It wasn't.
Other than being ugly.
Yeah.
Damn.
My dad sold that truck in
Like $100, right? Like not
I don't know how
much?
much he sold it for, but he sold it within an hour of putting it on sale.
Somehow. Some teenage boy is having the time of his
That's
life.
what I was about to say.
In
It
that
was
death trap with no seatbelt.
Like, that's the best. I constantly, so I've talked about this before. I work in student housing. And where I work is pretty high up in the tax bracket if you're living there, essentially. A lot of times, like, parents are paying for their kids to live there. Mm-hmm. So these 19, 20, 21-year-old kids are driving around with cars that cost more than my yearly salary. And I'm like, why? Like, no matter how much money I have in the future, my kid will not have that expensive of a vehicle because they're a kid. Mm. They're a kid.
They don't wreck it.
Why? They're gonna, like... And even if they don't wreck it, why would you also, I don't know. I just like, it does not, that boggles my mind. They don't need the nicest vehicle. They really don't. They need a fucking Camry. Okay. I got a cute little Camry. She's kicking along, dude. Like she's, well, she's chugging along, I'll say. But.
She's surviving, not thriving.
She's surviving. She's not thriving. But I'm in the market for a new vehicle, so it's fine.
Anyway, I guess we can actually talk about.
Oh my gosh, yes. Guys, we just missed you so much. You had so much to catch up on, that's all.
And that was just this week, so we have 2 months. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so like the week before, I'm just kidding.
We are eventually going to talk about hot takes from Reddit about book things.
I love how much you love Reddit.
I do. Not as much as Joe. Like, I don't actually get on it, I think, as much as Joe.
Do you use it as like a social media platform, like rather than scrolling through Instagram, like you're scrolling through Reddit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't ever scroll through it.
I don't really use it as like social.
Okay.
I use it more as just like reading stuff. Like it's interesting to read. Like I like subscribe to a bunch of random subreddits that like do like stories where they talk about something. It's not just like here's a post of my life. It's usually like a story of something.
I thought about getting on Reddit the other day because I'm watching an anime series called Attack on Titan right now. And I'm watching it through for like the final season. I'm finally making my way downtown through it. And some stuff was just revealed. And I'm like, I think I need to like read someone's full explanation of like all of the details that brought us to this moment. Because right now I understand like surface level. But I know some fuck out there has done all of the deep dive, you know, and I would love to read that. So I thought about getting on Reddit for that the other day. But Reddit is not.
For you?
Yeah, top of the dome. I also just don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
Like the shifting. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like the comments?
Yes.
Comments are, I don't like the way that it does that either. Usually I read the first couple and then I just scroll past all the others because I'm not going to figure out which one you're responding to.
Yeah, just like the long bracket. I don't like those. So I just don't like the way it looks.
In our 2-month gap, do you have any reads that were like standout-ish or any that were terrible or anything?
Oh, so for our Fable book club pick for August.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's the book that I recommended too, which is like ridiculous. But it was P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly? Is that her name? Lauren Connolly. And I tried so hard to get through that book because, like I said, we have the Fable book club and I wanted to be able to like, you know, talk with y'all about it. But I couldn't get past chapter 8. Like I hated...
Joe read it.
I know. That also like makes me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to say.
It makes me even more upset that I just could not bring myself to do it because I hated the female main character.
Oh, I hated her too. I hated her the whole time.
Hated her. I think on chapter 7 I commented and I was like, I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
I could not get through it. And then when August ended, I was like, I could push through and just sit down and read this shit. Or I could just say, fuck it. And I just said, fuck it. Could not do it. I even asked Bailey. I was like, is it worth my time? Like, does it get better? And she was like, if you're asking if her attitude gets better, no, it doesn't. I said, no.
And like the third act breakup is because of her.
And I knew it would be.
So I was like, you're gonna hate that.
No, I couldn't.
Even
get
I
through
was
it.
like, all right, bitch.
I could not get
You're
through it.
doing too much. You're doing too much.
So
I can tell you later. I can spoil it all.
Yeah, later. So unfortunately, I did not get through our Fable book club pick.
So you didn't act something.
I like the premise of it though.
For
That's
sure.
what's sad.
It was a very unique, I'd say.
Yeah,
At least for me.
Because it also wasn't like this took place in a month. It was like this was
That's
several
so
year
true.
story.
That's true.
yeah, it was because the
Years.
parts were by seasons, right? The part was like winter.
Sure.
Yeah.
I listened to it, so I don't.
Oh,
Most
okay.
of- oh, no, you didn't, huh?
No, I read it.
But I think you're
physically
right.
Own it.
I just can't remember. Like
It was
where.
sectioned by each season. Yeah.
I want to say it took over like a year and a half or 2 years, like for the spreading of the ashes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there are some things at the end that happened that I wasn't expecting, like with some stuff. But
I felt that was a convenient thing, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
off air.
Yeah, the three of us will
the whole
talk.
point was to not spoil it. But
Yeah.
anything you read that you loved that you can think of? I say I know you didn't get a lot in.
No, I really didn't. This summer really was like wake up, go to work, go home, shower, go to bed. Wake
Yeah.
up, go to work, go home, shower, go to bed.
Joe, you read anything you liked?
Native Nations was really good.
Oh,
You finished it?
I don't remember what else I read.
Well, I can't look because
Yeah, I can't.
you
remember.
don't track it on Goodreads.
No, I use the Superior app.
Well, the Superior app doesn't let me see anything on the internet, so
Yeah, Fable.
on the website.
Also, I feel like it's easy to update what you're reading on Goodreads. I don't feel like it's as easy on Fable, but it's more aesthetically pleasing whilst you're reading. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? But, yeah, I mean, we all know I'm not good at tracking. Bailey had to track my reading for me for our mid-year roundup, so
That was wild.
that was
I was
wild.
just like, this app says this app says this, but I know you've read this, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this.
yeah, it was all one big question mark.
Yeah,
Which
just
is
a
valid.
guess. I can't think of anything that I was like, oh yeah, this is amazing.
I feel like you had a really good August.
I think I read 4 books.
I think it was closer to 6.
You might be right. I think I read 5. But I read P.S. I Hate You, obviously. I read Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. That was like an
Oh.
interesting fantasy.
Yeah. Is that a standalone or is she making it a series?
It's a series.
Yeah. I didn't know she had another series coming out.
I watched a Instagram live of hers, like after I read that, and it was pretty much giving an update because she's like in the middle of a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, get it together. I think like 4 series she's technically like in the middle of. I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to.
Her shit's good though.
That's the only one I've actually ever read of hers. I know. I never read The Touch of Darkness.
Didn't you read the Isolde one?
Mm-mm.
You have them though.
I have 1.
I thought you had 2.
I don't think I have the second one.
Oh. Yeah, for some
That's
reason I
bad.
thought you had finished that one. King of Battle and Blood, is that what
Yeah,
it's called?
that is what it's called.
Yeah.
I bought you on once.
Yeah. When
Because
the
it was-
stars come out.
Yeah. Because it's signed.
Yeah.
Because apparently she lives in the state.
Yeah, I think she's from Tulsa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong.
Terror at the Gates is interesting in the fact that it's a urban fantasy,
Okay.
which we were talking about it. Joe's like, I don't know what that means. And I was like, well, it's kind of like our stuff, but, you know, fantasy-esque.
So is that speculative fiction? Is that the same thing?
See, he said that, or like magical realism.
Yeah.
He's like, would it be like that? And I'm like, I was under the impression it's like, it is a fantasy world. Like, the world is made up.
Okay.
The way it is structured, their rules, their laws. They obviously have magic, but it's urban in the fact that, like, it honestly sounds like it's like Vegas. Like, they have cars, they have guns, they have bars, they have churches, they have,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So
So
I don't
it's-
really know how to.
Like if this world was like a parallel universe and it had magic in it?
Yeah, but all the laws and stuff are structured differently.
Yeah. Okay. But how'd you like it?
And there is like, I don't want to say that because I feel like a spoiler. But I did like it. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever read. Mm-hmm. It was an interesting premise. I can tell she's been burned, I think,
Okay.
by the church.
Oh.
Because this was like I don't want to say love letter, but maybe like a fuck you letter
Oh, really?
to the church in a way.
Interesting.
Because this world is like ran by the church in the sense that, well, I guess that was ours. But
You're like, what is a spoiler?
yeah, I don't know. It's very heavy on like the church is the end all be all stuff, and there's priests and all that, and like the head priest has like done her dirty, and like her family's like tight with them, and a lot of church hate her getting away from it and going
Interesting.
to Sin City.
Oh, heard.
I don't know. It
Interesting.
was good, but
Is it a romance? Or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about
There
to
is
say.
a romance.
I was like, she's a romance
Which that
writer.
part, I'm like, I didn't care for that one as much. It was
So
okay,
was it
but
an-
I wanted more of the world than the romance.
Oh, okay. Was it an urban
Right.
fantasy with romance, or was it a romantasy?
I would say it was a romantasy.
Yeah. Okay.
I needed more fantasy.
Heard. Interesting.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I?
You've been such a fantasy girly lately.
That's weird. Yeah. It's been a struggle, honestly. Like, our next episode is going to be First Time Caller.
Yeah.
I struggled so much, like, just reading it. Not because of it, but I'm just like, I just want to read Throne of fucking Glass.
Yeah.
Like, I just did not want to be reading it. I wanted to be reading Throne of Glass and figuring out what the fuck those hood rats are up to. Like, I just didn't care. I just wanted to read that, and I was grumpy the whole time I read it. Because I, quote unquote, had to be reading it.
Oh no! I hope
And
it
I
didn't
was like-
cloud your judgment.
It was also hard because I was reading it around the time my car was stolen.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just a bad timing. It was fine. But, like, I don't think I was, like... it was just hard, I think, to sit down and read. Because, like, normally I could probably sit down and read, and I could read that book in, like, a day or two.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time. For me. Like,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just because of everything in my brain. But, yeah, I've been very into fantasy. I read Terror at the Gates very quickly. It was way too short. The ending was wild, and I'm very excited for the next one.
Oh wow.
I'll say that. I'm
Oh my
definitely going to read the
gosh.
next one. I hope it elaborates way more on the world and the lore and all that.
Yeah. That's exciting.
But
Look at you.
I would recommend it to you. I'm just letting you know if you're going to get butthurt by her shitting on religion.
Oh no. I mean, I'm open to. Yeah. I'm really open to other.
That's my only. I don't even want to say critique, but I think that'll be a
That'll
hindrance to it.
It will affect my opinion of it. Is like how
There's a lot of people,
against the church
honestly.
it is. Oh really?
I think. But
Interesting. Cool.
but I think you'll like part of it where it's only women have magic in this world.
Scarlet.
Well, hang on. But they're not allowed to use it unless their husband gives them permission. And their husband like can siphon it out of them. Yeah, like I think you'll like aspects of it, but
Yeah.
that's the vibe she's going for. Like
Okay. Cool. I'm
pretty
interested.
much anti-Oklahoma and its values because she was raised here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As someone who lives here, I'm like, yeah, this slaps. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
Like as a woman who lives here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
So I think it was very Oklahoma of her
Yeah.
to write it. I thought it was funny in a way. But I was surprised at the reviews. Like, they're pretty good, and I was shocked. Honestly. I thought it was going to get shit on because of that.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people probably resonate with it.
You're right.
So-
Of being burned.
Yeah.
It's a 4.12.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did like it, though. You should read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Blood of Lilith is the series.
Ah,
Her name's Lilith, the main character,
makes sense.
which I like that name.
That also makes me like that makes sense as to why it's more church values. Blood of Lilith, like that makes sense.
Okay.
Because usually she's done like Greek mythology and like
You're
other religious spheres. So now this one's probably just a little bit closer to home for her.
Yeah. I would say that was, I guess, the best thing I've finished.
Okay.
I did DNF 2 books
Wow. Good for
I-
you.
in the past 2 months.
Good for you. What were they?
The Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah. You only read that because it's coming out to be a movie, right? Like that's
Yeah,
the
which
only
I've
reason.
watched.
Yeah. It's birdies. That's a fat bird.
That's a dove. That dove fights these other birds.
Yeah,
bro.
no, he's getting in on there.
I gave him a little bird stand.
Yeah. Well, he was down on the window. We're currently staring out Bailey's window because she has bird feeders out there. The mourning
I've been
dove
obsessed with birds.
was on the windowsill for a while. I've actually been watching him for a bit.
Really?
And that sound was him running up
So there's
into the
two
bird
of them.
feeder.
There's two of them doves, and they fucking fight each other.
Oh,
over
there he
the-
is again. He's a fat
Because
fuck.
he sits in my bird. He'll sit there in the bird feeder.
Yeah, he'll also fight off. There's a bunch of baby cardinals.
Oh.
That
They
have
look
around.
deranged because they're not full grown.
Oh,
you know what I
so
mean? Like
just like-
deranged
Yeah,
baby birds
they're-
look. They
they're
all be
fat.
looking fucking
Scruffy.
tweaky. I'm like, Joe's like, I don't know if this bird is sick as fuck or a baby. I'm like, I'm gonna go with the baby.
But they all
Fingers
they all
crossed.
try to go there, and that morning dove will just sit there and just like
He's a
knock 'em.
damn bully.
Yeah, no, he just
Look at him.
like
He's
slapped the fuck out of them.
huge.
He's huge.
I hope you can see him behind my head, but probably not.
Oh, that would be amazing if they could actually see him. Because he is huge.
It's because he sits in it. The other day I had to like
He's like-
punch the window to get him out. I'm like, you bitch.
Your turn's over.
Literally, he'd just sit there and be like,
I
looking
love
at them
that.
like fucking his beefy bitch.
So funny. Cause
Look at him. Look at him eyeing that bird in that feeder right now. He's about to fuck him up. Look at him. He's like, bitch, you're my food. Anyway, fucking squirrel. Thursday Murder Club. I just didn't like how it was written. I didn't get very far. I just didn't like the writing style of it. I don't know how to explain it, but I did not like it. I don't know if it was a curse of my I only want to read fantasy, but I gave up maybe 100 pages in, maybe not even. And I don't plan on reading it. I watched the movie, so I know what happens, and I'm going to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And then the other one, which I'm slightly shocked about, which Hope over at Bookish and Bubbly just recently read this book and gave it 5 fucking stars.
Hope, I need you to explain, please. Because
Yeah.
this is going to be exciting.
Magnolia Parks.
Oh, shit.
I told you.
Yes. Yes, you did tell me.
So I picked it up because 1, everyone raves about it, and 2, everyone says it's like a toxic, messy relationship. And, you know, I'm like, okay, that's what The Favorites was. Like,
Yeah.
I need that in my veins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I
The
love that
Favorites
shit.
was so messy.
So I was like, let's go. I don't even know how far I got in this, but I didn't like it. I think the difference is, which these are 2 rich teenagers.
You
Bro, you rich, get fucked, honestly. I don't, if you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's my problem.
Can't read books about rich people.
No, because
It
I
pisses you off.
truly cannot feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Like, there are things in there that happen to them, like, okay, yeah, slightly I feel bad for you. Not even really, because I didn't get that far, but it alluded to some sketchy things happening to them in their youth, and I never got to it, but whatever. Okay, bad things happen to you, like, okay. Yeah. The rich people, like, poor me bullshit.
It
And when I
pisses you
say
off.
rich, I mean, like, this girl is crazy.
Yeah, one of the comments that you made to me was that it annoyed you how she always explained her outfit and what designer she was wearing.
Every time she wore an outfit, it would explain every item. This brand of shoe, this color, this outfit. First of all, I don't give a fuck. This is me dressing up right now. Like,
Oh yeah, no, like I look presentable right now. Yes.
this is me at my finest.
Yeah.
Okay. A barbarian t-shirt and jeans. Okay. This is dressing up. No.
I have makeup on for you fucks. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like,
So, like, I am just not a fashionista. I'm sure if you're a fashionista, like, that is the vibe, but I couldn't even, like, I can't picture that because I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of that is. I don't know what you're saying to me. You're speaking full on, like, doing it once is one thing, but I didn't finish it. I got maybe 20% and I got 4 outfits. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. You're good? But anyway, I hated it.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Because that's so true. Because Aaron is like, he pays attention to fashion and like, but like old designers, like the designer names that everybody knows and loves, you know, like the Chanel's, the Louis Vuitton, like, so he knows that kind of stuff. And even a little bit more of like, especially like Japanese fashion he's into. So like, even Aaron knows more than I do. So
Yeah.
he would maybe know these things, but sometimes he'll be like, oh my gosh, like, because he'll talk about like runway shows and this designer with this whatever and the certain article of clothing that I didn't even know it had a special name for that kind of shirt, you know, like
Yes. I remember one day we were watching One Day on Netflix, and I liked the main character's shirt, and you're like, Aaron, what is this? He goes, that's a linen shirt. And we're like, thank you, bye.
like it was something so simple.
Yeah, we're like, we don't know
Aaron,
what is this material.
What is that? What is that?
He's like, a linen button-up shirt. We're like, thank you, you can leave now. That's all we needed.
Yeah, Aaron's got it. He's got the textures down. He knows like materials and stuff. I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I like that. What is it?
And he literally was like,
Linen. Like, thanks. But yeah, I don't know. They were just like, first of all, you get both perspectives, which I usually like, but they both liked each other, and they were just playing this stupid like chicken game, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's a fat ass book. And it's like a 5,000 book series, so I knew they weren't going to get together in this fat ass book that I didn't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can't. Like, I do, This is the toxic I can't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
At least in the favorites, I think there was something else, too. Like, the Olympics. Like, we were striving for something else, and
Yes.
other things were happening. This was just rich people complaining and telling me about her cute outfit that I couldn't picture.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over again. And then they were trying to do shit to make the other jealous, like, every other chapter. And I'm like, oh, my God.
So it wasn't like a
Just
Chuck
fuck.
Bass, Blair Waldorf,
Maybe.
whatever.
It's been so long since I've seen Gossip Girl. But
Yeah.
I think I've heard it compared to that.
Because you liked Gossip Girl.
I did, but once again, there was other stuff happening.
Heard.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It wasn't the Blair and Chuck show only. Mm-hmm. Because,
Makes
I mean,
sense.
I didn't care for Chuck. I'm not a Chuck Bass girl.
Oh, I was.
I'm not shocked. But I'm just saying, like...
That sounded like an insult how you said that.
I'm just... With her type, I'm not shocked. I truly do not remember Gossip Girl. Like, I don't remember anyone. I remember their names, and I remember Serena, and I remember the whodunit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gossip Girl.
The Gossip Girl. That's it. I don't even remember the Gossip Girl's name. I know the actor, but I don't know the character's name.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like that's where it's... Okay. Pretty basic name. Hence why I forgot it.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other guy's name. What was Serena's love interest?
Oh, give me a sec.
Okay. I can picture his little blonde face. You can say...
Oh, Nate? Was it
Like,
Nate?
I don't know. Sure. All basic names.
Yes.
But anyway, I'm sure it gives that if you like that maybe, but I can't compare it because I don't remember Gossip Girl.
Heard.
I maybe watched that in like 2015, 2014. Like
Yeah,
that's
I did
10,
a-
11 years ago.
I
do
did a
not
rewatch
remember.
during COVID, so it's a little bit more top of the dome for me.
No. But yeah, I'm not a whiny rich people person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Anyways, that's our wrap up of the last 2 months for y'all.
That was my complaints.
My God. I digress.
I know. Sorry. That's all I got. You nothing. Yeah, you said nothing, right?
I said nothing.
Anything you hated?
I have nothing to contribute.
You just said Native Nations.
That's
but,
all I remember reading.
Okay.
I know I read other things, but I've read P.S. I Hate You. I remember that. I'm indifferent. I didn't hate it or love it.
Honestly, that's kind of shocking. That you didn't hate it.
I mean, there was nothing like in it that was like
Our next book you need to read.
crazy. And the one thing I will say is, I don't know if it's just like my brain of reading things that have like major twists. The whole time I thought something else was going to happen. I thought like something big was going to happen in the end, but the, I guess, twist thing wasn't really a twist to me. I thought it was kind of dumb, but
Caitlin, your Goodreads says... This is what I'm talking about. This Goodreads says you're currently reading Akatar.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh, well, I finished the fourth one last month.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it says you're reading
This is my Goodreads.
Iron Flame.
Oh, I finished that forever ago.
I'm like, I don't even know when you read that. Like a year ago?
No, I read it in the spring.
Okay. And it says the last book you finished was The Neighbor Favor on July 2nd,
Oh, well,
which I know is false.
my Fable I've been a little bit better with. Not
Well, we would discuss Fable.
great.
Not great.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all that the last update I gave was in July.
Probably because you're like, oh God, Bailey's going to ask me. I need to update this.
Yeah, that probably was right before we filmed.
Yep. You're like, oh God. Okay, we get to get into the meat and potatoes, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I just went on Reddit and I think I looked up like Bookish hot takes and there was like a very long thread and I just went through it and stole a couple.
Perfect.
And so we're going to give our opinions.
I love it.
Okay. Let's go.
I'm so ready for my wishy-washy fucking opinions that will change in the next 6 months.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not solid on most of these.
I'm not solid on anything.
Okay, this is the first one. Being able to predict the ending doesn't make a mystery book automatically bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree that it does not make it automatically bad.
I used to think that. I do think it is dependent on how I was able to guess it. I will give an example of a book. Ruth Ware, One by One. I like the book. But at the end of chapter 1, I dare say she tells you who did it. Damn near. I'm like, ma'am,
Did you just give away your own
you
book?
didn't hide that very well.
Gotcha.
At all. I'm like, okay, so it was her. Thank you, I guess. And then it was. And I'm like, okay.
So I've only ever
It's
read...
not like I was smart. Like, you damn near told me it.
I've only read like 2 or 3 mysteries, and I was shocked both times. But I've told you what I've shocked by, and you're like, that was extremely predictable. So
I think that is one of the only miracle ones for me. The Silent Patient is what you're talking about.
yes, it is.
I think no one else I think that's a very common, like, jaw-dropping twist for most.
Okay, so I also read his The Maidens.
Yeah, I haven't read that one, though.
And that one, have you read that one? Okay, that one shocked me, like, to my core. Like, when it all came out, like, I was like, whoa, what? It was good, in my opinion. But I've talked to somebody else who has read the book, and they're like, I didn't guess it to the extent that it went, but I had a feeling that this was how it's going to end up being. And I'm like, literally how? Literally how? Because I was 100% shocked. But I don't think I've read any other, like, mystery books. It's just not my cup of tea.
I know, you need to read that Ruth Ware I got you.
Yeah,
and
Turn
the
of the
Hidden
Key.
Pictures.
And Hidden Pictures, yeah, because that was
Brooke got
gifted to
you.
me.
Yeah,
that Brooke
that
gave
one's
me.
so good. It's almost spooky time. You should read it in October.
I probably will.
It would be a crazy one for October.
Oh, okay, good.
But I wrote some comments too.
Okay.
So wait, Joe, do you have an opinion? So sorry. Look at me remembering you.
What was the prompts again?
You blacked out. Okay. Being able to predict the ending doesn't make a mystery book automatically bad.
I would say no. It's same to what you said. Like, it depends on how I figure it out.
Yeah, well, obviously for you, I don't think it should count.
Yeah, because you always see it coming.
I really want to one day, like, make him read. I used to want to do Fourth Wing, but now I think I want you to read, like, just the first Throne of Glass book after I'm done. And then I want you to, like, tell me all the things you think.
Okay.
I just want to see how fucking psychotic your brain is.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've been going to see movies a lot. I just got the Regal movie membership, so like free unlimited movies. So Aaron and I have been going like all the time. The Conjuring just had like a movie marathon, so we went to see all of those. During those, we're seeing commercials for new movies. One of the new movies is a Jordan Peele called Him, and I think, have you seen anything about it?
I did not know that.
So.
It's like it's a psychological thriller surrounding a NFL football player, like kind of becoming the GOAT. And so at first I was like, I'm not going to be interested in that at all. But as these commercials show more and more of like what it's going to be about, I'm like, oh wait, no, that looks sick as fuck. Because there's like obviously some demonic shit going on. And Aaron keeps saying that he knows how it's going to end. And I was like, I don't want to hear how you think it's going to end, because then I'm going to see it and it's going to be less of like a shock value for me. Like, I want to hold on to my shock value. And I was like, but actually, no, tell me, because I want to know if you're right.
Tell him, write it down.
So that's what I said. And he was like, that's too much. And I was like, ugh, you.
Bro, voice note, damn.
Yeah, like, you're annoying. So I just had him tell how it thinks. So now when I watch it, I'll be like, if he's right or wrong or whatever. Yeah. But I think he's probably right, because everything that he said, I was like, yeah. But would they put that much like in the commercial? And he was like, yes. Have you ever watched the preview for a movie after you watched the movie and seen that they totally gave away how the movie ended? I was like,
Project Hail Mary does that.
if you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you, well, it doesn't give it away, but it gives you basically the story.
Well, so.
Which is why I haven't watched the trailer.
Aaron is also very good at like figuring out how things end before they do. I'm just naive. I'm always surprised.
Yeah,
It's really easy because, like, if they mention something, it's because they want it to be known. So, like, if they say a random name or a random thing, I'm like, oh, that's important.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I'm just dumb. I don't know.
I feel like it's taken me a while to pick things up. I feel like as I've been reading more and more, and especially more fantasy, I feel like I'm kind of getting that vibe. Like, that seems random.
Why is that thrown
Let
in?
me put that here, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously I've talked about it for a year now, but reading Throne of Glass, I found this podcast called Between Pages and Friends, and they like cover the books like 6 or 10 chapters at a time.
Oh, cool. Wow.
So I've been like,
super in depth.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been like doing that as I read it, kind of like if they do 1 through 6 after I've read that, I'll go
cool.
watch it. But I stopped. I'm still watching it, but I've stopped doing that. I wait until I finish the whole book and then go back and like binge that coverage of the book because there's one host on there. It's one of their husbands. That motherfucker is you. And he'll say some like offhanded funny joke. Like, oh my God, can you imagine if this happened? And then it always does.
Oh, so you said I gotta stop.
So, like, he's not spoiling it because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But he's so good at guessing. Like,
Yeah.
he's damn near spoiled so much for me. I've just stopped watching until I'm done with the book. So I'm like, this motherfucker gonna spoil it unintentionally. And then I get mad at him. I'm like, bro, shut up. So I've stopped doing that because I'm like, he is too good.
He's too good.
So that's why I was like, I want Joe to read Throne of Glass and see how much he can guess so early like him.
Yeah.
But this commenter, I wrote like a couple comments on a couple of them, but one of them said, being able to predict the ending means that an author has done his job correctly. Which, once again, I think it's how it's done. Were you sneaky about it, and I guess?
Like,
or did
how do you build
literally
up the story?
Feed it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be out of left field. It can't be like, and
Here's a character you've never actually seen at all.
And here's like,
Which
and
has
it
happened
ends
to me,
up
and
kind
it
of being plot
presses
holy.
me. But yeah, that was one commenter. And then one said, a good story should lead you into the ending, but not put it in front of you suddenly.
Oh, okay. Same thing.
Yeah, which is what Joe said. It shouldn't just come out of left field.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's the tea.
That was a good one.
But I used to think, for a long time, I used to think if I could guess the ending, it wasn't good. Because I wanted to be surprised, I guess. And then if I wasn't surprised, I was like, well, fuck. That's not fun. But, okay. Not every book needs a happy ending. Don't roll your eyes at me.
I would say I prefer
She
it
put this
not.
here for me.
I'm
She
more.
put this here for me.
I did this days ago. You made this comment 30 minutes ago, and this is just stunning. This is just sweet, sweet justice for me.
Keep going.
This says, I'm tired of impactful deaths being retconned. That's literally what, I don't know what that means.
Redone.
Okay. So everyone can be happy at the end.
It's
So, like,
basically
JK deaths.
Yeah,
I have
like-
an example, but I can't say it upon this podcast.
Oh, JK deaths?
Like, oh, this person died. Just kidding. They're not dead.
Oh,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
no, unfortunately.
Of course not.
I'm really sorry. Oh, yes. Yes. We talked about it. And I had the blank stare for the same herd.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, not every book needs a happy ending.
Yeah.
When people die, they need to be dead. Kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Thoughts.
I prefer a bad
We
ending.
all know you do. He prefers death, destruction, and
Okay, listen. So. With romance, I want to know everything. So, like, that's why I love the epilogues so much.
that's true.
It's because there's a happy ending and then there's a bonus happy ending. Like, I get to see the fruition of the happy ending.
Yeah.
Right? But when it comes to, like, fantasy or, like, what we spoke about earlier is that some things can remain ambiguous and elevates the storyline because that's how it would be in real life. Like, you don't always get to know the ending in real life. So I like it in some aspects, and I appreciate when it's not there in others. So again, wishy-washy. It is like the context matters.
Yeah. I think when romance, it's going to be almost impossible to not have an happy ending.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you could actually be shelved in romance if you're not at this point.
Yeah.
But I think in general with books, I think especially with fantasy, I agree with this. If somebody dies, bro,
Stay dead.
don't do some magic voodoo
Yeah.
to bring them back from the dead.
Or if you do,
unless you're
for
Jon
me,
Snow,
like-
that's fine. Bring him back from the dead, please. Thank you.
Unless what?
Unless you're Jon Snow, like that one was fine.
Oh, yeah.
That one's fine.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, I think you can do that, but the consequences have to be
In line with the story.
like on par to the consequences of bringing somebody back to the dead who now knows what happens after you die. So like,
Or they're brought back and they're not the same.
yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
the story has to take that into effect. You can't just be like, and this person's back.
Yeah, there's another series that I'm thinking of where there was like a JK. And the first time, Courtney, I'm looking at you, babe. The first time it happened with this character.
What the fuck?
No,
The first
the
time
first
is
time.
it's
No,
us
listen.
giving some Vampire Diaries bullshit.
So the first time I encountered this character's death, it broke me. And it was like a JK. And I was like ecstatic, okay, because I genuinely loved this character. But in the last book of this specific series that I have read, there is another book now out now.
Bro, I know
that
exactly.
haven't.
I've read the first book or no?
I don't want to tell you.
Well, the description is giving.
Shut the fuck up. But it happens again.
She's been gung ho about me reading this. She wants me to cry. This
And
bitch
listen,
again is
because
crazy.
it happened again, I have faith. I have faith that it's another JK. I'm like, listen. Last time. So I think, Courtney, this is why I have a block and I can't read it, okay? Because if it doesn't, listen, I'm coming for you. Specifically.
She's like, I didn't fucking write it.
Just like, bitch, what are you talking about? She was heartbroken too, actually. But in this context, there was consequences to the actions. There was like the reason why we were led to believe versus what happens after the fact. Like it was part of plot.
Yeah.
But
That's the same with like, like having gods and stuff within your story. Like there has to be consequences for gods interfering with what's going on. Like, so if something is JK, that's what I'm saying. It has to be like paralleled to make it as major as like it should be. Because if a god just showed up on our doorstep, like shit would go crazy. Like people would think a number of things.
Yes.
So you can't just have it be like, oh, there's a god that walks around Earth.
mm-hmm.
It's got to be like a substantial thing. Otherwise, it's not believable to me.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good hot take.
Yeah.
But is it even a hot take?
That's a lot of these. I'm like, is that really?
Is that really a hot take?
But I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people do think that. But one comment, I didn't write it down, but I just remember it. It said, yeah, I hate when this happens. Like, it happened to me in a Brandon Sanderson book. But they didn't say what. And obviously he has...
I know what, but...
And then he said, I have never read him again. I'm like, that seems drama, but okay.
I know who he's talking about, and I disagree heavily because
Which you've read a couple other different ones than him.
Only a specific character really believed that. But if you were reading the book, like, I knew instantly this person wasn't dead.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
if there's not a body, I'm not convinced.
I learned that the hard way as well.
And especially in fantasy,
books.
and yeah, and especially in fantasy, like if there's not a body, I'm not convinced. I think that's also because I watch too much anime. If I don't see the dead body, I'm not convinced.
I think I learned that the hard way in Fourth Wing. That was, I think, my first. Yeah, I'm not shocked you don't remember that either. Who's surprised anyone?
Bailey actually hates me.
I can't tell you what it is. You just need to read my mind. Come on.
She does
Who
this to me
dies,
too.
bro?
She does this
A
to
couple,
me too.
but like, who dies and come back that we
Yes.
weren't happy about?
Yes. That's what I thought you were talking about. But the
Okay.
thing is like, I thought, but you're right.
No body.
No body.
Bruh. Glasses. But yeah, they never saw his body. Anyway, next. Describing a book as blank meets blank doesn't tell me anything good about the book.
Yeah, so like I can't exactly remember which one, but it was like Blank and Harry meets Sally. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what that means. Like what aspects of Harry meets Sally? Like just like the vibes? Like what?
Yeah.
I hate that. I actually hate when people are like, when blank meets blank. And I know I've used those as descriptions
Yeah,
before.
we've definitely done it.
We've definitely done it, but I wouldn't put it on a book. I wouldn't
That's
be like,
true, like the
hey,
blurb.
to describe this book, like for the mass public, you should say this and this. You know what I
think
mean?
it's funny in the sense too, like I stole ideas from this and this.
Basically.
You know what I mean? Like, I stole
Yes!
this and this.
Yeah, so there's a...
I'm not creative. I stole it from this source and this source.
They're
citing their sources.
They're citing their sources. There's an Instagrammer that I follow. She was a Bookish Instagrammer who has now signed like a publishing deal. And so she's like pushing her own book, right? And she's
The
like...
Brooke?
Yeah. The Divergent level, which I'm ready for.
Cage a bird or whatever.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've talked about
See,
this.
I can read your mind. Why can't you read mine? Isn't this crazy?
Like we need more dystopian novels back, and that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like what she was. She's
I'm
like,
ready.
there's a disparity in dystopian novels again. Like, let's bring back that.
I'm very pumped for hers.
I think it'll be. I actually genuinely
it's on
think
my
it'll be
birthday
great.
wish list.
Is it out by then?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it's like
You're like, bitch.
I don't think the time works out, but
To cage a wild bird.
yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm actually really excited for it. What's her full Instagram name?
No idea, but her real name's Brooke Fast. Oh, those sprayed edges are beautiful.
And she got sprayed edges.
Why are you Italian all of a sudden?
There's a free giveaway. I'm going to enter in just a second. Oh.
Did she use it? She did.
No,
didn't
but it's
she?
expected in March of next year. I definitely thought it was coming out like next month.
Yeah. I was about to say. I was
I
like, you putting
really
it on your
thought-
birthday list. I'm like, I don't think it'll be out by then.
I really thought it was coming out in like
It does
This
scream
month, actually.
fall though. Like it does.
exactly.
That does seem like more of a fall book.
March 3rd. What the fuck? Okay. Amazon also says March 3rd.
Interessante.
Look at those edges.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think it'll be really good.
That one, and then Silver Elite was pitched as like Hunger Games for adults or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it kind of reminded me of that too, like the this but this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I disagree in the sense that it tells me nothing. I mean, I think it tells you something, maybe. I don't know how accurate it'll end up being, or like what aspects of that book am I thinking of versus what did you take from it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there was one I heard recently. I can't remember what she compared it to, but she was like, this and Dune. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I think she may have said Hunger Games.
Anything compared to Dune is really dangerous though.
You're right. I think
'Cause-
it's Dune in the sense that it's a desert, TBH.
Oh,
which
okay,
I'm like,
heard.
bitch, just say
It's sandy.
the desert.
There's a lot of sand around.
Right?
It's
But-
hot.
Sandworms.
Ooh. SpongeBob honestly stole that, let's be real.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly. No, it's not it.
Are you trying to look at it?
I'm trying to find it. I follow the girl on Instagram that wrote the books that always says that, but I cannot remember.
Yeah, comparing it to Dune, that's
Joehis.
dangerous, man. Yeah, it's
That is-
dangerous.
her pitch sounded good, but. And then, one of the comments said, my problem with that is that it's rarely accurate. Mm-hmm. Which I can see that. Like, you say Dune, and you're like, fuck yeah, I love Dune. And then you read that, and you're like, the fuck is this? This is not
Yeah.
giving Dune.
And I also just find it really hard to believe.
Yeah.
Like, that's steep. You're just setting yourself up for failure if you do it too much. Like, comparing something to, like, Divergent or Hunger Games, like, that really is, like, pretty baseline. It was good. Like, don't get fucking twisted. But it also wasn't difficult. It wasn't complex.
Yeah.
You know, comparing your own work to something as complex as Dune.
Yeah, which is like a modern classic. Is it
Yeah.
modern? I don't know when it was written.
In the 70s.
I don't know how they classify these things.
But it's going to live on.
But I would assume it would be considered a classic.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I
don't
think
know if
it
it's
will.
modern or just a straight up, but like she will be a classic one day.
Yeah.
Haven't read it, but
Yeah. Generations of people have read this book.
correct.
Yeah.
I didn't put this one in here, but it just came to me. Someone put like a hot take that Hunger Games wasn't good and they DNF'd it, and I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hunger Games changed the fate of our like generation.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know the age of this commenter, but
Yeah, they must
You're
have been
wrong.
I
old.
mean, if I was 50 and it came out, I don't think I would have been as excited for it.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, my parents read them. I'm pretty sure. Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you read it before I did. But like, my parents liked this, and like even Jacob. Like, I would recommend Jacob reading The Hunger Games. I think he would like it. He just finished the Harry Potter series. I told him to read Percy Jackson next, but I think he would like Hunger Games a lot.
this is so random, but like literally unneeded. But it came to me, so here we are. What are they doing?
Morning Dove, he's fucking up all those little babies, dude. He's like
The dove.
all up in their face.
Anyway, this kid at work last night like asked me for a book, and I was
okay.
like, "Hell yeah, motherfucker, I got you."
Yeah.
But he's 11, so I'm like, "Okay."
What do I give an 11-year-old?
Yeah. So I go into this like little area we have with like a couple books, not a great selection. I see Percy Jackson. I'm like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
So I go to grab it. It's the 5th one.
Oh,
I said, "Why?"
oh, they're fighting each other. The Morning Doves were fighting each other.
Get out of my. I literally saw him peck the shit out of that other bird.
Yeah.
I told you they fight in there.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Anyway, I was just like, really? You're going to put the 5th one in this library and not have literally any other ones?
Yeah, that's the worst.
How am I supposed to give this kid Percy Jackson and change his life when you give me the 5th one?
when you give the 5th one? Yeah.
I can't give him that.
You can't give him
I was
that.
so mad.
I had a book recommendation. Someone asked me for a book recommendation the other day, and he's like, well, I'm finishing a series right now, and like, I don't know what to read next. I was like, oh, well, what is it? And he was explaining some sort of fucking true crime murder shit. And I was like, oh, buddy.
You're like, let me give you Bailey's number.
I was like, listen, you are talking to the wrong individual. I read romance and fantasy. And he was like, oh, I'm not really like that into fantasy. I recommended The Book Thief because I think everyone should read The Book Thief. It's amazing. But my little library at work had a copy of it. So
Oh
I
my
was
God.
able
Were you at
to
work?
physically give it to him.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And he's like in town. He's a project manager. We're getting our roofs done on
Now
property.
I want to know what he was reading.
So
That's upsetting.
yeah, I have no idea. It's like a 12-book series. I have no idea. I think it's a young adult series, potentially. I don't know. I mean, he's like 24 or something. But yeah, I was able to give someone The Book Thief because every time I recommend it, they're like, oh, yeah, I did read that. And I'm like, you know, like I can't recommend it because everyone's already read it. That your story just made me reminded me of that.
I love that. You were actually able to do it.
I was
I was
literally
just
like,
sad.
there's a copy of it on that little library shelf right there. Go get it.
That's cool. I love that for you. You'll have to tell me what he says.
Yeah, I will. Well, because I
That's a
explained
sad
it to him and he was like, oh, wait, that sounds pretty cool. I'm like, it is. It's very good. You should go get it.
Right there.
It's right there.
Let's see. Ooh. This one says, I have come to hate twists. I think they are overdone. That's all I said.
I don't even have like a comment for that.
Do you have thoughts?
I think it depends on what you're reading because, like, what do you mean by twist? Do you mean like you get to the end and something is like different than what you thought? Mm-hmm. I guess that would be like the traditional twist, which is just, I guess, overdone, but I don't think it really is. I think it's more just how stories are told. You start at the beginning, things happen, maybe something crazy happens, and then you get a resolution. That's how stories are told.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary that it's a twist. It's just that's a climax that is chosen.
That's true.
Yeah.
We say twist, but yeah, I think the definition's a little hairy now. Like we've gotten to like I do feel like it's culture where, like, if your book doesn't have a quote-unquote twist, like, what the fuck are we doing? Kind of thing. But, yeah, what's a twist versus just, like, the climax of the story at this point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when I think of twist, I think of, like, specifically thriller books.
Me too.
Or
Like,
whodunits.
your reality actually is not what you thought.
Yeah, like, you read a story, and when you get the full story,
It's like JK,
wow.
the whole thing was a hallucination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a twist. And that's good. Like, if I read a book and I'm fully convinced that I know what's going on, and then I, as the reader, find out, just kidding, like that, I'm going to be like, whoa, 5 out of 5. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it sounds good.
I have one in mind.
So, like, I think that is a hot take. Like,
Yeah.
because that's not a common
So you
opinion, I
don't
don't
like
think.
climaxes in books. That's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
I'm like, so
Yeah,
what does
so
a
what-
story look like for you?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you want?
Linear? Cool.
Nothing happens?
What, like, name a book.
a slice of life. That's what he
That's
wants.
what I'm like, what? I literally can't. I don't know if I can even.
Like, what book exists that doesn't have a twist?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean?
Because, like, even if it's, like, a political twist, like, someone betrayed somebody, like,
I feel
that's
like
a
at
twist.
this point, a twist is just something I don't expect, which obviously I don't think that's true necessarily, like a true definition, but I think that's what I have come to think of it as. Like,
yeah.
anything I didn't expect.
But again, that's just the climax of a book. Like,
Yeah.
you have to build to a point
No,
where
I agree.
something crazy happens. Otherwise, like, what are we reading?
Yeah.
What's this? What's the structure of this
Not
story?
to be mean, but what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What am I
that's the
here
hot take.
for? What am I here
So
for?
this guy needs to read history or just
Literally just a
biographies.
yeah.
So he likes nonfiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, there's twists. Do you know how
Yeah.
many betrayals out there are in history? Come on.
I
Like,
know. I'm like, what do you read? What do you want?
yeah.
I'm just like, I need one of his books that he
Like,
likes.
we've
I
got
guess.
popes that, you know, were actually corrupt as shit. That's a twist, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a real life twist. Like, oh shit, he was fucked. Man, that sucks.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But
A comment under it said they work for me when there has been foreshadowing, which I feel like we've talked about. Like,
So
if it's something that is just you, like, hey,
I think they're taking it from the point of like a mystery thriller.
for sure. I
Which
agree.
I think, again, it goes back to, well, then you just don't like climaxes.
Also,
in
if you have a mystery
stories.
thriller without a quote unquote twist, how is
Yeah.
it even a mystery thriller? How, you know what I mean?
it's not a mystery no more than a twist.
Yeah, like
It's just a scary story. Like,
how is it not? How is it even a mystery
Yeah, I don't.
if there's
yeah.
no
that's
reveal?
just a true crime where they find the killer. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to have words with this human. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like, I need more.
I'm like that bitch on Hot Wings, Jennifer Lawrence.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
yeah, like that's
you
me right
mean?
now.
Oh my god.
This says, I find the tropification of literature to be extremely problematic. Tropes.
No, I needed.
Oh, okay,
thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
No, you're good.
And keeps new readers from exploring new genres and plots.
Because readers decide that they want to stay to a trope that they know that they like.
Yeah, I think
That's a personal choice.
I agree. I'm like, I think these are two separate
Like,
problems.
These are two separate problems.
I find the tropification of literature to be extremely problematic.
That's the thing.
Period.
Okay,
Yeah. If that I could say okay.
Okay, we can have a
I could-
conversation.
yeah. New readers from exploring new genres and plots. That's on them, dog.
That's a personal problem. Like,
That's not a
okay,
society problem. That's a them problem.
That's a them problem.
they
If
want to read hockey players fucking every day. That's fine. That's on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's their prerogative.
Cool.
If
Cool.
I want to read people murdering other people, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think it. I can't imagine doing that. Like, I can't imagine
No.
being a person that only reads one thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean like one thing as in like hockey romance. Like, I know someone who's just like, that's like all she ever reads.
Yeah.
I'm like, not even just romance, like a specific
Genre.
subgenre of romance. That's
Yeah.
the only kind they'll read. Like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like, whatever.
But also her choice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm
Like,
not gonna do that.
You do you.
But the first part, the tropification of
we can have a conversation.
well, yeah, like okay, yeah, you've got points there.
Yeah,
I think that's a problem with marketing.
that's
Yeah,
true.
But also,
Because
it's a trend.
it's the same with like movies nowadays. Everything is like a trope of itself, or like, you know, it's some derivative of something.
Yeah.
But so I don't know.
I definitely think this can be. I mean, I feel like we can talk about it exclusively for romance. Obviously, there's other things, but I feel like for romance, I do get it in the sense that, which, I mean, we had a whole trope episode, so, like, I'm sure we talked about it extensively. But on a cover being told, like, handed a book saying, this is enemies to lovers, one bed, this. Here you go. You know what I mean? I can see how you don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't see how it's problematic.
Is he saying it's problematic in that writers are really like sticking to trying to fulfill a trope so that they will gain readership? Is that maybe where the problematic lies? But then again,
Maybe.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still gonna read it.
Yeah. Like, that'll entice me.
Yeah.
A commenter said, a lot of plot points are shoehorned in so the author can include the trope in their blurb. But it's not well done. It's just to check a box. So they can say this has this.
Oh, okay. So kind of like,
I really only
What you were
think
saying.
that fits for certain genres.
yeah.
Yeah, I really feel like this one, like, we can just talk about it as romance. Like, that's how the only
But-
way I think of it.
Yeah.
The thing
Can
with-
it be others? Sure.
The thing with romance and stuff like that is like it's a comfort thing. It's not necessarily that like you need a story that's thought provoking. It's more of like this makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Whereas like, you know, if you're reading a fiction book about some like specific problem or something that's going on within the world, it would make sense to not have those tropes listed because you want the reader to discover it yourself. So like I think it's very genre specific to what, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not, but I feel like on one hand, giving a trope like that at this point could kind of be seen as a spoiler for some things. Like,
It definitely is.
yeah.
Yeah, like enemies to lovers, that's a spoiler. Like,
yeah, like,
because
oh,
you know
you're gonna, this guy you hate, you're gonna end up with.
you're gonna end
okay.
up in love with them.
Which I feel like with romance,
It's okay. Yeah, again, genre specific.
but I do feel like, for example, I feel like this is kind of a spoiler. So for Fourth Wing, so you know, give me 10 seconds. But if I wasn't told at the beginning that it's enemies to lovers, I probably would have expected her to be in a different relationship
Yeah.
than she ends up in. But I was told.
You know what? I think you're so right.
So,
Because
like,
we
in
knew.
that sense, I was like, okay, well, I know she doesn't end up with this guy, so like, what's happening?
Yeah, it just kind of felt weird because you know, like, they don't end up together. That's a really good point.
So like in that sense, like it's granted it happens very quickly. Like it's not like it's at the
I also
end.
don't think
It's kind of a
that
spoiler.
when she wrote it, she was checking a box. You know, like I don't think that the reason for that specific enemies to lovers was to check a box. You know, I think it pushed through the plot.
Yeah, I think right now any enemies to lovers is because it's a thing right now. Not any of them, but most people are writing enemies to lovers right now because it's done so well. It has done well in the past, and now that's like, I swear to God, that's the only thing that's coming
Well, that's
out
what
right
I mean
now.
by like the trend, especially
Yeah.
like with what Joe was saying about like the way that it's marketed. Like the marketing is a trend. The way we market things, it's going to change, like ebb and flows.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
So like right now, I get if we continue on the path that we are on, tropification will probably end up being okay. Let's put it to bed. You know,
Yeah.
and not the single bed, like. The single bed trope, it's like really been pissing me off lately. Like, there's
Did you
been-
even get to that part? You did get to the part in PS, I hate you.
And I was like, I think I commented on it, and I was like,
Like,
thank
you
God
said it.
we didn't fucking, like, yes, we did not end up in a single bed, but you still had to fucking bring it up. Mm-hmm. It's really annoying me right now. Wait, does this guy have a point?
You're like,
Shit.
might not be a guy, but just because it's Reddit doesn't mean it's a male.
What was that?
Daisy
Oh.
getting comfortable in her bed.
Oh, okay.
She's scratching her bed.
Okay.
She scratches
It's
it.
just crazy because it doesn't move. I don't know what she's scratching.
It looks like a bear has attacked her bed. It's like claw marks, but it's her trying to move it.
She's always done that.
I know.
She just tears her shit up.
I know. But that bed's lasted a long time. Does it have a rip in it? Sure.
Does she care?
At least it doesn't
No.
have foam everywhere like the last one.
Everywhere. So, whatever. She can deal with it.
Next.
Yeah. I was like, did I finish talking all the comments? Okay. This one says, I think this one could be a little spicy.
Oh.
Fiction authors shouldn't be chastised for stepping outside of their lane and writing about other cultures, countries, races, sexualities, etc. It is stifling authorial creativity. And then it says they have a little caveat, provided they do adequate research. I just think it's a dangerous game.
That's a very dangerous game.
It goes on the level of, is it appreciation or appropriation?
Correct.
Like if you...
So I just wouldn't even fucking touch that shit with a 10-foot pole.
No,
So,
especially where we are now.
Yeah, so in general, no. Like you shouldn't write a culture that you don't live in.
Yeah.
Like, but there is a caveat in the fact that a lot of fantasy writers write things in the Western style of there's a king and stuff like that. Technically, that's a culture of government, but we've kind of delegated that to being open for everybody.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's like free territory.
But as a white or, relatively white person, I'm not going to write about like an African culture that I've never spent any time in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think what Bailey said, it's just dangerous. It's dangerous because, yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. I don't recommend anybody do it. I think that there are enough voices out there that are speaking their own personal cultures and things
I
that,
think
like,
that is what it is. Like,
let's just read
there
what they're
are-
putting out.
not as high up authors probably writing about the culture you may or may not want to read about, but you're not reading it because it's not as
Famous.
pushed, publicized,
Yeah.
or it's harder to find. I'm sure whatever you're wanting to read about is out there. You just
Yeah.
aren't seeing it because we're
And if you, as an author,
whitewashed in the
are
author space.
interested in it, maybe push the smaller authors that already have stuff out.
That's true.
Like, utilize your platform.
I also think there's a way to do it. If you do it as a writing of discovery where a character is now experiencing this culture, but you
Yeah.
also will have to experience the culture.
And maybe consult
So like you
Heavy.
some
can't
peeps.
you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna write about Native Americans now. That's not. You don't know anything about their culture, so like you can't just write about it. You
Yeah.
have to be, the character either has to be actively, exploring the culture themselves as the author is also doing it, or
Yeah.
you already have to be in that culture.
I think that's
Otherwise,
a really
it's
good
just
point.
disingenuous. Like you don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah. I think that's a good point, though. Like, yeah, write about it as, like, a self-exploration type thing, but also have your character go through what you're going through.
I do think there's obviously levels, so I'm just going to talk about Fourth Wing for the rest of my life. But, okay, she has a deaf person. Is she not allowed to write about a deaf character because she's not deaf? Like-
Again, it depends on how you write about it.
In this instance, I think she did a very good job because it's societally normal in this society to know sign. Like,
Yeah.
multiple people are able to communicate with the deaf individual who is in Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
So it's like, in that society, it's maybe more prominent. It's part of their culture to have that knowledge, maybe. That's it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
and then
do.
she has her best friend in the book is African American. Like,
Yeah.
should Rebecca be chastised for having an African American character because she's not?
Yeah.
Or would you rather read about a book with only white people?
But
Probably
that's
not.
where it's different.
Zayden's not white.
Yeah.
Is that
That's where
problematic?
it's different because like that's not necessarily displaying a culture or a specific type of people. It's more this person. This is a characteristic of a character. We all should interact with multiple different types of races. We should be able to portray that in a normal way. But then again, if you're moving into this is like a specific culture, that's where it gets hairy.
Yeah, I think if she had wrote the book in the point of view of the deaf character not being, or having anyone in her life that's deaf, like, that's different. But having someone in the book,
Yeah, she's kind of a side character.
Brendan Sanderson's in between book for the Stormlight Archives follows It's not paraplegic, but when you're just paralyzed, your legs. What is that?
I think that's para.
Is it
2.
paraplegic?
Quadra is 4.
Oh, okay. But he writes this whole character doesn't have use of their legs, and in the end of the book, he has like acknowledgement talking about like I interviewed a bunch of people about things that they went through to be able to write this character.
Well, that's great.
So like
There's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it goes to how you like portray that individual or culture that you're writing about. Is it something that's discovering for you and you believe should be an issue talked about? Then I could see where you could write about those things. But when it's I want to monetize this culture,
I'm writing a whole book on it.
yeah, then it's appropriation.
So you think it's focal point versus just a slight mention situation, or just like a character's characteristic?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was, hang on. This was a comment. I was like, I know there was one thing. I wrote it down, thank God. It says, authors are being forced out of the closet before they're ready to please the mob who is unhappy about someone whom they perceived as straight wrote a queer novel. So I think they gave an example, but I truly can't. I think it was whoever wrote Rainbow Rowell's an author, right? Mm-hmm. Do they write queer books? I could be wrong.
I want to say yes.
I want to say it was them, but I could be wrong.
I only read Eleanor and Park by them.
There was a specific like YA author who had written a book about some queer character, and people were fucking outraged because they were under the impression this author was straight. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was kind of
that comment is stating that it's limiting the author who is part of the community and writing about the community that they're part of and publicizing their own personal lives in order to justify them writing about the community.
Yeah, it's saying this person had to come out to the public when you shouldn't really have to do that because they wrote a book about whom others perceived was not their personal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like because people are so gung-ho about you're not allowed to write anything about anything you have not experienced, this person was unrightfully chastised because authors aren't given creative liberty. So
again, I think that's a characteristic versus a culture. Like obviously that's a culture of people, but what I'm saying is like as a person you should have a diverse interaction of people. I can ask a queer person about their experience if I'm writing a queer character in a novel and be able to portray whatever I need to portray. If the story is then about queer culture and stuff like that, then maybe you have more like caveats that you have to reach to be able to include that culture. But if I'm just writing a character that's queer by any means, I feel like you could do that as long as you respect that person.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as male writers writing about female main characters or vice versa.
Happens all the time, and I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
Yeah, so if we're going to start really, really nitpicking, then we also need to start nitpicking male authors to write female main characters or vice versa. Which
there is a pretty well-known right now, like mystery thriller author named Riley Sager. Which I don't think you've read, but I read a couple of his. And every book up until this year, which is like 5 or 6, every one of his books have been a female main character. Mm-hmm. And no one cared at first, but after a while they were like, okay, dude, like, you need to fucking switch it up. Like, you're writing damn near the same female character every single time.
The reason why we don't necessarily care is because it's not necessarily about the female experience. You know, it's a female main character.
Yeah,
it's
I think it's the way he was writing it, though.
Yeah,
it's like the female every time, and they're like, okay, dude, you need to quit it out. Like, the first 1 or 2 is one thing, but you've done it 5 times now.
Yeah.
This is clearly how you think women act over and over again. So this year he finally came out with a book that was a male main character, and everyone was like, oh, damn. I thought that was funny. I'm like, so yeah, there's obviously male authors out there damn near exclusively writing female main characters. But also, let's think of, there's female authors, like I can think of like Karen Slaughter, that, holy shit, that series I read, I think I finished it last year. Like that thriller series. It is like a detective series. The detective's a man. Like, I don't think that should be. I don't think you should only have to write the singularity of you.
Yeah, I think you can write whatever you want to write. I think it goes back to what Caitlin said and what I said. Like, what is the purpose of you writing this character? Like, as a male, if I was writing a female character, am I writing the female character to be a female within this world that I'm writing, or am I writing this female character to explore female, experience?
Yeah.
Then it gets weird, because why am I writing about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
So it does matter about just like how it's utilized. Yeah.
Perfect. Look at us.
That's a good.
We
I mean,
saw.
that's a tricky one too. Like, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah,
we
there's
said
definitely
multiple
black and
things
white.
that a
It's
bunch of
not
people
like-
found offensive, but like, I'm just trying to be.
I know.
I'm just trying to be a white presenting woman. Like,
Yeah, it's hard.
I mean,
white, having an
And
opinion
also
on
the-
this, a white straight
like
person.
like having an opinion. Yeah, it's just hard. Yeah,
Also,
because I want to
obviously,
be respectful.
The goal line moves all the time. So, like, as society progresses, like things are going to change, and we should be open to the idea that we can change as people. So, like, obviously,
Let's
there's,
hope.
again, caveats to that, where if you're just an asshole,
Yeah,
For
but-
sure.
which I don't think any of us are assholes.
Which we vote with our dollar. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't respect this author writing that
Yeah.
perspective, just don't fucking buy it.
don't buy the book. Yeah.
Period.
Yep, speak with your money.
Yeah. This isn't necessarily the same, but it kind of, I recently-ish read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I follow her on Instagram. But, she's writing an astronaut. She's obviously not a fucking astronaut. You know what I mean? But I know, because I follow her on Instagram, she did an absolute asinine amount of research. She had books upon books, interviewed people upon people. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do something outside your comfort zone, there's definitely a way to do it. You interview people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, Kristen Hanna writes the point of view of a World War II lady in World War II. She doesn't know anything about that. She had to do a fuck ton of research. So, like, you just have to not be
You
stupid.
have to be delicate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to be respectful.
You just have to research. It's going to take more than 6 months to write that book, unfortunately, for you.
Yep.
But if you want to write it, there's a way to do it, but you have to do the work. Or just don't. But
just don't write it.
if you want to, you can, I guess. Oh, this is perfect. The best time of the year for horror books, and I dare say and or thrillers, is December, not October.
Why? Is December? That's crazy. Is it because it's more cozy by the fire?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I think because it's just darker, cold.
that's true. There's way less sun. I think the only book where I'm like, you know what, that book really hit in the winter versus the fall was like The Shining by Stephen King. Like, that book is like a fucking December and January, deep in your fucking depression.
Yeah.
Like-
I think if they had said January, I would have agreed quicker. But because I associate December with like Christmas and joy and stuff like that, it was like, what the fuck are you
Okay.
talking about? But if they had said horror belongs like in January rather than October, I would have been like, oh, yeah. Because you're right. The vibe of like life is just darker.
True. There's like no life
There's
outside.
nothing going on.
Yeah. No sun.
No sun.
warmth. No grass. No birds. No trees.
Yeah. Like you're just.
I'm not outside, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, I read
October-
my spooky books in
Spooky.
October.
I'll read them anytime, but
I think it depends on the type of spooky.
I agree. Are we doing witchy? October. Is it The Shining?
I think like
Snow.
monster, like that type of thing, definitely October. But any other type of horror, I think can be any time, honestly.
I also think it's like the setting of the book.
Yeah, the setting also helps.
Because if the book is set, like one of those Riley Sager books is like a summer camp, I'm not reading that in December. Like, I'm reading that in the summer. Or like I read The God of the Woods this year and it's at a summer camp. I read it in the summer because I'm like, this is perfect. There's canoeing. There's, summer shit.
Yeah.
Like The Shining is you're watching this hotel in the desolate of winter, and you're snowed in, you can't leave, you can't move. So I read it when it was cold and snowy, and that just slapped.
Yeah.
If it's a skiing thriller,
January.
I'm gonna read it in the snow,
Yeah.
outside in the snow. Just kidding. But I just thought that was funny, like December. I agree with what you said though. Like if it was January, I might be a little more like, okay.
Hands down.
December seems crazy.
I agree. Yeah.
Like
December
why
is a-
December? If you would have said winter versus fall, that's also
Yes.
something else.
Because winter's not even until like the middle of December.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, I think this year
January,
it's like
February.
December 22nd or some crazy shit
Yeah.
like that.
January,
That
February
does always
be
confuse me.
worse.
Like to me, like Joe and I were not fighting, but a little bit. I'm like, I said the other day, I'm like, it's fall, and Joe's like, no, it's not, and I'm like, it's fall.
No, it's
Like,
not fall until September. What is it this year? Does anybody know? September
My
20
calendar
something.
probably knows, but I can't. I don't have them eyes.
I'll get up and I'll look.
Okay, I'm sure I could look right here.
Oh yeah, you got computer. It's like September 24th or something like that.
It felt like fall this weekend.
It did.
It was
This
stunning.
this weekend was gorgeous.
This thing is not telling me. I'll Google it.
Autumn equinox 2025.
Yeah, it's always way later than we like. September 22nd. Look at you, bitch. At 2:19 p.m. specifically.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay then.
'Cause it's the
My
exact
scheduler.
half between the two.
Anyway,
Okay.
no one needed the scientific answer. Sheldon Cooper.
Oh, today is a full moon, by the way.
Thank fuck I don't work.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
That's when the crazy.
I
I was
drive
given
home
full moon
tonight.
energy last night. That makes a lot of goddamn sense.
Yeah. There was a lunar eclipse in Egypt today too.
I don't want to work tomorrow anymore. I don't want the residual full moon energy.
Yeah, he'll probably pick up what started tonight.
The other part of this, what it is okay to read books from one genre. So it was like the opposite of that other one. So I thought that was funny. Once again, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah,
but
it's personal preference.
I think it's weird once again.
I get bored.
I don't think it's weird if like all you read is horror, or all you read is fantasy, because like Joe doesn't only read fantasy, but you know, like that's his main read. If that's like all I read is fantasy, okay, but like if all you read is this specific trope in fantasy, it has to be done this way, this, I'm like, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Or if the only thing you read is this specific type of like sub-genre of horror, I just don't know how you wouldn't get tired of that at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this one is crazy. Books aren't sacred objects. They are just words printed on paper.
Oh my gosh.
They can use them as literal doorstops, as kindling, or cut them up if they want. They've purchased it. Prison.
I mean, in the
Go to
grand
prison.
scheme of things, yeah.
Obviously, that's the case, but like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I don't even
I just.
fold the pieces of paper. I don't put a piece of pen mark on them. Like,
Yeah.
I treat them better than I do myself. Like, it's crazy.
I was just thinking of like my vintage book collection that I have.
Okay, well,
And I'm like,
think of a book you go to the store and buy right now.
even still.
I know, I agree. I personally do treat them as sacred objects.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean,
I
why do
don't
we
know.
put them on shelves? You know, like if they're not.
Sacred.
Books have power. Yeah, it's just paper. But the way that it made you feel, that's important. Yeah, that's crazy.
But you don't think of that way about a newspaper, when in theory it's similar.
But we do.
But we do. People do keep like newspaper clippings and stuff.
Well, yeah,
There's
but
an archive of all of them.
I'm saying me
I think-
personally.
I think.
In my opinion,
I think.
we throw newspaper in the fire to start the fire. Like, I'm not gonna take my book and rip up the pages and put it in the fire to start the fire.
I think this person is taking the stance that they can do with their book what they want,
Yeah.
and using sacred as like a trigger word
So,
for this. Because he's stating that I could throw away my book if I want.
Bro,
You can. That's what I'm saying.
You-
and
I
so
hate
you
you.
can do that, but
You won't be my friend.
Yeah, I'm thinking of in
I
Gilmore
just
Girls,
actually-
like when Jesse has that book and he folds it in half and sticks it in his pocket. That used to piss me off, dude.
I'm like, what?
I'm like, "You get a bag. Like, get a backpack, dude.
You're
Put
right.
it in your backpack. You don't need to fold it up.
Yeah, he folds it in half, puts it in his back pocket.
That shit. That's crazy. Like, yeah, you can do that, but he didn't.
Don't do it to my book.
Don't do it to my book.
Buy your own fucking copy if you want to fold it in half.
Yeah, like,
But
yeah, you can throw your books in the fire if you want. You did spend your money on it, but don't judge me for putting mine on a special bookshelf, you know?
and don't judge me if I never talk to you again, because I think you're psychotic, and I don't want to be a part of that. Like, genuinely, if I have a friend who told me that, I'd be like, honestly, don't talk to me again. Like, that's crazy.
Don't talk
That's
to me.
crazy to me.
Don't follow me.
Don't call me. What's
Don't
that?
call me. We're done.
Yeah. But I was just like, but you're right. They're just angry.
Yeah.
Because someone's mad they dog ear pages or something. But
Yeah, no, he dog ears his page, and his girlfriend was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was like,
bro, chill.
do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. Get off my back, mom.
Get off my back. Yeah.
But you can, I guess, but I hate you. Posting the trigger warnings ruins the whole book. It's essentially the same thing as spoilers. There's a lot of people who feel this way.
I feel this way.
I do as well. I know.
I disagree.
I know you do.
Do you have triggers?
I don't think so. I mean, I have bad things that have happened to me, but they just... Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had, crazy things that have happened to me, but I can read about the things that have happened to me and be fine because I
So, okay, he has
am
a good
able
point.
to do that.
He has a good point. So for those of us that need the trigger warning, obviously I appreciate it. But for those that feel that a trigger warning gives away plot because, oh, now I know that this trigger happens in this book, I see that too.
I do agree in the fact that, like,
This
I
is
don't have to
interesting.
read them.
You don't have to read
I
them.
wish they were at the back versus the front. I wish there was a page that said there are trigger warnings listed if you need in the back of the book. Granted, I can skip through and not read it, but when I'm listening to audiobooks, they just fucking read them to me.
They do.
And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know all that.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I've had, that Butcher and Blackbird, they do that. And I'm like, which there's a lot. And sometimes I'm like, is that necessary?
Oh, so yeah,
whatever.
so, like,
is that
you're
necessarily
saying
a trigger? But okay, whatever. But they've read off a lot of things. I wonder if I could Google them.
Like, please, if
this-
you
this-
feel
this
like
or
you have
bugs you.
triggers, please visit the back of the book. I think that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. If you need to look at a list,
I mean, there are
It's there.
websites that exist that will tell you a book's trigger warnings without it having to be in the book. But that's also having to go out of your way.
well, if you're, mind my verbiage, but if you're that sensitive, then you can do the research.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Well, also, there's always going to be, like, in
Most
mystery,
authors, I feel like, do it too.
And, like-
this author has it.
in horror, mystery, like, things of that nature where bad things happen and that's part of the fucking plot. Like, yeah, you need to be, okay, maybe you just shouldn't read that genre, babe.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you just shouldn't. But, I mean, we've read some books that have some triggers in their romance,
Yeah.
So maybe in a romance book where maybe you're anticipating something nice and fluffy, maybe a trigger should be explained.
But I don't personally want it explained. You know what I mean? So I think it is definitely a personal thing. Mm-hmm. I do agree in the fact that it is a spoiler. Hands down. It's a spoiler, period. It is. I don't care what you say. It is a spoiler.
Because it happens in the book. You're telling me it's happening in the book.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that.
But do I think they shouldn't be listed? I don't care. If I can stop if it's not read to me, I just don't read them. Mm-hmm. Because I don't care to read them. Because I think it's a spoiler and I do not want this story spoiled. Mm-hmm. But some people want to spoil the book for themselves, which is fine. So, like, this is just some examples. This is Butcher and Blackbird. I'm going to read all the trigger warnings. Eyeballs and eye sockets. Amateur surgery. Chainsaws. Lots of sharp objects. So this says accidental cannibalism. Not accidental cannibalism. So I'm like, okay, well, I didn't want to know that happened, but like the not so accidental or accidental. So I'm like, okay, so they accidentally eat people they didn't know they were eating. I'm like, It's kind of a spoiler because you didn't know, they didn't know it was going to happen. I'm not going to know. Lobotomized manservant. So when I see a manservant, I'm going to know he's lobotomized. You know what I mean? Like, just, these are weird ones, though. Ill-advised use of kitchen implements.
Those are very detailed.
Like, yeah, these are, like, too detailed, I feel like.
Yeah.
Detailed sex scenes, which include, I'm not reading these, but she gives a very detailed list of every single thing that happens in their sexual experience, including choking. So I'm like, this is very specific. And then parental neglect and child abuse. So like that one, I'm like, okay, that one makes sense for sure. But child sexual assault, parental loss. But then at the bottom it says, this is a book about serial killers. So like it's messed up. Which I'm like, yeah, which I feel like most people know that going into it. Like this book's a little fucked. But yeah, like this is hella detailed where I'm like,
yeah,
that's kind of a lot.
That's what I mean. Like, depending on what kind of book it is, like as the reader, you do have to be prepared for some shit.
I think she details this out by chapter. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
because
a
when
much.
I scroll down, it says this profanity. Stop.
I mean, that's something that would be listed on a TV show too, though.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she goes like part by part or chapter by chapter on this and lists everything in it. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hella detailed.
That, I think when you first read it, I was like, yeah, that's a hot take. But then whenever you like really think about it,
I do think a lot of people would say it is. Like, I think a lot of people are that it's a hot take.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are very like, I need them. They should be in all books. I do also think inevitably it is an author's choice. If they want that posted or not, I guess.
I think putting it in the back of the book, though, like, that makes sense.
Okay, so The Nightingale. There's some shit that happens in that. I don't think there's trigger warnings. Do you think if you read the trigger warnings of what happens, it'd be kind of spoilery?
I think because I know the realities of war, no. I think the extent in which it happens, like if she listed it out like that bitch did, you know, like that's like a lot. Mm-hmm. But there were very explicit, horrible scenes in The Nightingale, in my opinion. And I don't read scary stuff, you know, in general. If there were trigger warnings, I don't think it would have deterred me from reading the book.
I was just about to ask you.
I don't think it would have deterred me.
So what happened with that general, you don't think that would have deterred you? Like the general that was like staying in her house, you don't think that would have deterred you?
That was hard for me. It was really hard to get through. But also, like, I know the experiences of war, unfortunately. Like, we have to, like I said, like, when you're going into books that talk about certain topics, you have to be mentally prepared for the things that happen during that time. Like, sorry, war is awful. It's not just death. It's not just killing people. It is abuse of multiple different layers, and you have to be mentally prepared for experiencing that. But if I was just reading a romance and something of that nature occurred in the romance and I didn't receive a trigger warning, that may be a different story, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think if I would have known all that up front, it'd have been less impactful, I think, The Nightingale. Yeah. Like if they would have listed everything that happened.
No, because, you're right. It's gut-wrenching, like, when you're reading it.
That's the argument about trigger warnings in general. It's like, I don't really have an opinion, but, like, the idea that a trigger warning removes the experience of, like, the idea or, like, you know, what's happening or what they're trying to purvey through a story is why, like, people don't like them. At the same time, like, people go through traumatic things and, like, don't want to read.
Like you said, it's real life.
It's real life.
Yeah. But
it happens every day, all day, constantly.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't have an opinion either way.
That's the first for you. You like to have the controversial, aggressive opinions, I feel like.
I do not.
I do think so. I live with you.
I love you.
But, I don't know. I think there's also, there's one other podcast, I've mentioned them before, I can't remember their name at this time, but the two guys that read a lot of fantasy, they were talking about it because they did a hot takes, and this was one of them. and they don't think they should be in there. But they said there is, so therapy, you know, go to therapy, obviously, if you can't handle those things. But there's a lot to be said of, like, exposure therapy. So they viewed it as that, like, in a sense of, like, it's sort of a type of exposure therapy, like, getting over your trauma, like, read about it, you know, helping you to cope, you know. And some people that have gone through stuff, they like to read about it for some reason, which is why a lot of people are, like, super into dark romance, they say.
I think that there's, like, a relatability
Yeah.
aspect of things. Yeah.
So they were viewing it in the sense of that, like, some people like to read about the stuff they've went through to help them get through and cope. And then those who don't, they're just, like, shielding off from the world, shielding off from everything. Like, oh, this doesn't exist. I can't handle. They're like, well, there is something to be said of exposure therapy in a safe environment, being able to come upon it and maybe not expecting it, being able to work through it and gain some strength, I'd say, from it, kind of thing. So they're viewing it from that standpoint as well.
Yeah.
Like a type of therapy in a way.
Yeah. Bailey is my walking trigger warning. She tells me what books I should and should not read.
Yeah, I'm like, this book has this.
You can't read it.
So-
She's like, Caitlin, don't read this one. And I'm like, okay,
Will do.
sounds good.
They're good, and I would like for you to read them, but I don't think you would like them.
Yeah.
This one is weird.
Okay.
It said, covers are overrated, and it should just be a regular page. I'm like, how boring.
That goes back to, like, the books aren't shrines or whatever. Like, I see a book as a piece of art. It is somebody's work of art in multiple facets of it. And I think book covers also add to that. Like, Carly Fortune just released her book cover for the next book that she has. That book is gorgeous. Like, the purples on that, like, that
I
is
like the purple.
beautiful. Yeah.
And that is quite literally someone else's piece of art.
Yeah. I think that's also... Yeah, no, I full-heartedly do not agree with that at all. That is a hot take.
Yeah, I'm like, you're weird.
Like, you're weird.
Also, what the fuck? I don't want these weird blank bricks on my...
I mean, and I know, like,
How
some
are you
people...
going to identify them?
I know some people don't like art. Like, they just don't appreciate it. They're not, like, fond of it. They're not, like, art, you know,
I'm
appreciators.
not an art freak, but, like, I can be like, damn, that book's cute.
Like, damn, that's pretty. Yeah. And that's totally okay. It's also okay to hate a book cover and love the book. Like...
Yeah. And I'm like, that one was just a weird...
That's such a weird opinion. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. And to just, like, be so, like, 10 toes down on it, you put it on a Reddit post.
Yeah, like, okay, you can just stick with your matching encyclopedia set, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I guess that's all you want on your shelves.
This one says, I don't want to read through 5 praising quotes and 1 sensationalized marketing pitch to get to the blurb of a book.
Then don't read it.
Yeah, that's so true. But I agree. Like, even on Goodreads, they put all of that. By the
actually-
#1 New York Times bestselling, this is what this newspaper had to say about it, and this is what this author had to say about it, and this is what another person had to say about it, and then here's the blurb.
Yeah, I think especially, like, on the backs of books now, it's more likely praise of the book than it is the blurb. Yeah. I don't want to have to read
And
through.
that's problems with marketing and capitalism, but
Yeah, consumerism. Consumerism. But you're not wrong in the don't fucking read it, I guess. But for me, I'm like, 1, yes, you cannot read it. But as a person, a consumer, I don't feel like that has ever been the reason I've bought in the book. Does that make sense? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I can read all these praising quotes, but if I read the blurb, if the blurb just doesn't sound interesting to me, I'm just not going to get it. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but that is not what's going to convince me to buy this book.
Yeah.
The cover is more likely than the quotes.
Yeah.
Like,
I do
TBH.
judge a book by its cover. Sorry.
yeah. Like, I'm definitely more likely to pick up the book and read the back if I like it. But someone I like saying something great about this book, it might entice me. But once again, if I read the blurb and I don't like it, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, well, this doesn't sound interesting, but Allie Hazelwood likes it, so I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, but you're not wrong. It's definitely a marketing thing. Obviously it works, or they wouldn't do it on every fucking book ever. I don't know how it works, but
They must think it works.
yeah. I'm sure there's research that says it does.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I feel like at this point, it's in our society, I guess if a book doesn't have it, they're probably like sus. You know what I mean? They're like weird.
Has nobody read this book?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one likes it. You couldn't find a quote because no one liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that is.
But 1 versus 5, like that guy does have a point. Like having 5 or whatever, which a lot
Yeah.
do have.
Also, don't put it on the front.
Do not fucking put it on the front.
Don't do that.
From New York Times bestselling.
Yeah.
You're ruining the art.
And go to prison if you put it on Netflix unremovable sticker on it. Go
Yeah.
to prison. Go to prison. I'm over you. Go away.
Yeah.
I hate that. Series are overrated, and we need more good one-off books.
We do need more one-off good books.
Agreed.
But also
I
series.
think those can be separate entities.
Books, yeah. Those can be separate statements.
I do agree in the fact that like there's a book that I own. Joe got me. It is called A Study in Drowning. When I put that on my want to read list, it was a singular entity and was supposed to stay a singular entity. And now there's a fucking second one. That shit pisses me off. If you wrote it to be meant to be a one-off, do not come back 2 years later and be like, I can't write anything else, so I'm going to write a second one to this book that I lied to the public about. I fooled them. Ooh, that shit pisses me off. So I haven't read that book because I'm angry right now that there's a second one that there wasn't supposed to be. So that makes me mad. I agree in the fact that, like, if a book is good on its own, you can leave it. Just because it did well doesn't mean you have to write another one. You can stop and try to write something else.
Yeah.
But, it is hard to find a good book these days that doesn't turn into a trilogy,
It is.
which pisses me off. I'm sure it makes them more money, obviously, because of suckers like me, you know. Like, if I had read that book, and when I do, I'm going to need to read the second one. But because she's written it now, so I'm just like, annoyed. It's very hard to find a one-off book, especially in fantasy.
Yeah, I'm
I
really
dare
glad.
say impossible.
I'm glad that Brandon Sanderson did like his fun little random one-offs that he did. Like they're all Tress in the Emerald Sea is technically a one-off. And does she belong in the Cosmere?
Yes.
They all do except for like a couple.
I
there's
think-
one. It's like the wizard one that doesn't.
Yeah, maybe the wizard. Yeah, I think the wizard. The Frugal Wizard's Handbook to Surviving Medieval England.
Yeah, but they are still like standalones. Like Warbreaker.
I was told there's going to be another one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, is that something you've heard too? That Warbreaker's gonna have another one.
I mean, it's in the Cosmere and it's very directly important in the Stormlight, so maybe.
The planned sequel to Brandon Sanderson's Warbreaker is tentatively titled Nightblood. So, I mean, it has a name.
Well, he has the whole thing planned out until he's 70.
I know. He's got his... That has got to be stressful.
He has a whole team
I know, but like...
that helps him.
having your creative like plan for the next 20 years that has got to be daunting in a way. I'm sure it's exciting for him, but like for me that would be miserable.
Yeah.
And having all that floating,
Well,
he has all
for
that
his-
floating around in that noggin.
His young readers or his new readers that are like trying to get into the universe, like it's very overwhelming for us.
I haven't even started, and I think that is a large part of my holdup is the Cosmere is the scariest thing I've ever experienced.
Bro.
And I haven't experienced it yet, and it's still the scariest thing I've ever experienced.
I mean, it is like just the little bit of it.
And
that
it's
I've
also
read.
like, how do you? What's the plan of attack here? Like,
I mean,
how do
he
how
has
do
like a list.
I know he has
Yeah.
Strategic plan of
most
attack.
Most of them are complete stories, so like you can read it for the story itself.
I know, but it's still just a daunting task
I've got
because you feel like you need to complete it.
You'll want to complete it for
Exactly.
sure.
Like, and then
Well,
I feel like
I
once you
take
do
that
that,
back.
you're gonna want to go back and reread everything.
I'll take that back. You want to read it if you read things like Stormlight, where it's just so grand. You want to know everything. If you read, I'm sure if you read Mistborn, which I haven't read yet, you read the first 3, you get the story, and you're
okay.
satisfied.
Yeah.
Never
I'm
be
sure that's the same with
satisfied.
his YA series too. Forgot its name. Skyward.
Yes.
I was like, But
You know what I need? I need a 2-week reading retreat. That's what I need. 2 weeks where I don't have to do anything but read. That'd be lovely.
you got some PTO? What's your PTO status?
Yeah, actually,
Low?
after my summer, I got 3 free days of PTO that I'm taking late September. So I'll probably do it then.
Okay.
I was going to go see my sister, but I've now had to put a pin in that. So I may just use it to read.
There you go.
I wonder if I
don't know
could
where you're
go
gonna go.
somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where you would go,
I
but
don't know where I would go.
I put it here because I'm sure I just found it while scrolling, but this one says, nothing wrong with only reading one genre of theme of book. The same thing we've talked about several times, but still think it's weird.
Yep.
This one says, spoiler culture is dumb, and knowing what happens in a novel doesn't ruin your experience, nor should it turn you off from reading it.
That's for me. I just don't get excited about it.
What do you mean?
Like if he knows the ending, he's not going to be excited about getting there.
Oh, you're saying it does for you.
Yeah, it
I
does.
thought you meant you agree with this.
No.
I understand.
Like, if I know the
What is that?
ending or what kind of takes place, I don't get excited for the storyline getting me there.
Yeah. I do agree in the fact that it doesn't ruin the experience, like the journey or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think I would not. If you spoiled something for me, if I'm already in it, I'd probably keep going. But, like, I'd be fucking pissed. But if you were to tell me, like, the plot and the ending of a book that I hadn't read, I'm not going to fucking read it.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that. I'm like, hey, I don't think you'll ever read this book, so here it is. And you're like, well, I'm definitely not reading it now. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm just like, obviously there is more I could gain, I'm sure, from reading it. Like, there's more than just the end, but, like, there's no, I don't want to say payoff, but kind of. Like, you've stolen the, I hate to say good part of the story, but a little bit.
yeah.
With the whole the twist bullshit we've talked about. I love a twist. I love not knowing what's going to happen. I love being surprised.
Yeah, I read for
I love
enjoyment.
feeling like an idiot.
I love feeling like an idiot.
Like,
I love feeling like an idiot because then when you feel like an idiot in real life, you're like, man, I'm normal. Like,
but I've talked about this before, like rereading. Okay, so if I feel like this, why do I reread? Like, we've talked about rereading in a sense. But I think
Yeah.
that's different. Because you're choosing to read a book that you have,
listen,
you know what I mean?
I just re-listened to the first 4 ACOTAR books, right?
Because you were shamed the last time we recorded. Do you know what we were talking about now?
Now, yeah.
Okay,
and
great.
as I was like reading it, I was like,
Oh.
I like when you posted that reel, I showed Bryn and I was like, listen, this is true Caitlin right here. Like,
This is her peak form.
this is honestly as genuine as you're ever gonna see me, is this blank stare that I give. And then my reaction to you after, where I was like, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go to our Instagram at our Book Boyfriends podcast and look at this reel. I'm wearing a green t-shirt, but Joe is talking about something that I have read before he's talking about it. And you can literally see my blank ass fucking stare.
It wasn't even, it was that, but it was also like this, I could see a slight panic. There was a slight panic undertone to the look.
My Bailey fucking calls me out.
I'm like sipping dead ass tea, and I'm like,
You
she
have
doesn't know what's happening.
Listen.
I called her out.
She could have just fucking let me. She could have just let Joe continue to talk and let me be lost. I never would have said anything. It would have been fucking fine. But she had to call me out, and
That's
I
not who I
literally
am.
I don't remember saying I'm gonna put you.
You don't remember that?
No,
That's so
I
funny.
don't remember threatening you. But I literally put my fist up.
Yeah, you were pissed. I was like, damn.
I'm gonna punch you. I can't even say it without laughing because it's ridiculous. Oh my god,
that's crazy to be so mad about.
But I was so mad at you. I was like, I'm gonna cause her harm. You could have just let me be. She couldn't. No, I literally have tears coming down my face right now. Oh, jeez. Jeez. But anyways, as I was saying, I listened to those books recently, and I knew how it happened. But I knew what happened, but did I still cry? Yes.
Which one? Did you do graphic audio?
Yeah.
I told you that was bad.
Bro, the graphic audio, like,
Yeah.
if you're doing a reread of those books, I highly recommend listening to the graphic audio because it just adds, like,
Especially the end of the third one.
the end of the third one, it was like
Was that not
goosebump.
cinematic?
It was cinematic, and because you can hear it at that level that you could hear it at, it literally was just like,
It made me pumped for an adaptation. What's the true pronunciation of that?
adaptation. I think so.
Okay. I'm very pumped for that. If it's ever going to happen.
Oh yeah, if it's ever gonna happen, that's just a daunting
Rude.
task. You know what I mean? Like that's just daunting.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I wrote this one down, but one of the hot takes was they were angry about like adaptations of books of series that aren't complete.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that to an extent because if the author is part of the planning process with you, that's one thing. But if you take creative license to finish off a storyline that hasn't been finished yet, I think you're also limiting the author's experience for what they could do. Like, we've talked about this with like the Game of Thrones, right? Like the public.
He was involved.
I feel like nobody liked that ending though, right? I don't think anyone was like, yeah, that was kick ass. I think we were all pretty disappointed. So now the author is going to change the way that he could have potentially finished if he ever is going to, because there was such a negative reaction. And I think if it's the opposite, if someone takes creative license to finish off theatrically before it's finished in print and everyone fucking loves it, does the author now have to stick to that timeline? Do they have to stick to that story? Or can they venture off? And then what backlash are they going to receive because of that? You know, I think that there's just a lot of like, you know, there's too much variability in that. So I agree.
I think once again, it depends if the author is involved, making sure things that are what may not seem necessary but are, making sure that stays in. Does that make sense? So like, obviously I don't know the end of Fourth Wing, but I'm sure Rebecca has planted stuff in the first that we think is, you know, innocuous and could be cut and unimportant, but she's like, no, that needs to stay in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
because it's going to come up later. So I think if an author's involved to do that, then there's that. But
Was the Harry Potter movies started before the book finished?
yeah. So
yeah.
Someone said maybe, they said either Harry Potter got lucky or it's an exception. I don't know how involved she was because I was 2, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but the books ended before the movies ended.
Yes, they did end before.
they started the movies before the series ended.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously it's different than Game of Thrones, but they're saying like, what if they accidentally left something out of the movie that's actually important to the ending? You know, does that make sense? I can't think of an example that this has been done badly because
Yeah.
well, I probably just don't know or care enough, but I'm sure it's happened, like where a series has started based on books that aren't finished and then they've fucked up and then this is a reveal at the end and they're scrambling to reveal because they haven't plotted the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what they're
I
getting
just think
at.
it's bad practice.
I think it can be done well. If it's, like I said, if the author is involved. But then you also have, like, okay, The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's being made after the books are done. Kind of like what you were saying about the ending. This ending is different.
Potentially.
It's already different.
Yeah.
So, are we angry about that? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, the finale needs to come out before I've decided. I need to see how it ends.
I know. But we've already gone off track at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the author is involved, but obviously she has every right to change it if she wants. But it's like...
Not technically. Whoever owns the rights can change it.
I know, but she's real up in there. She's like directing it.
I know what you mean.
I'm saying
annoying.
like as a public, people are going to be pissed if she changes it, but obviously they can do whatever they want technically.
Yeah, I mean the watchers that were not readers,
That's true, might not care.
They don't care. And there's a lot of them. Like watchers that weren't readers. Like us readers, like I want the ending to be how it ends in the books. That's how I want it. You know? But we are getting all this weird additional filler that I'm like, I don't know. Now I don't know what's going on. Like I'm also experiencing this for the first time. You know?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I'm like,
I like want to read it. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Everything else you've been able to anticipate or like know where to focus in on. And in the new ones, you're like, what's going on? That's a good one.
Nuanced. All of these are almost none of them can be black and white. But
yeah, no.
This one says, young adult fiction is terribly written and lacks complexity. You know this is a literature major.
Get the fuck
This is a snooty booty.
out of here.
There are I've read this one to Joe, and he agreed with some points. Hang on, there's a paragraph. This one is
I'm listening.
This one actually had like more than a sentence in his thought.
Okay, I'm listening.
Keep saying his. Could be a girl. Adults that read it find actual literature too challenging and thus read YA novels to feel better about themselves because they understand them more. In short, YA novels are popular because most readers are kind of dumb and need things spelled out for them. I was like, damn! They said this shit with their whole chest, bro. I had to put this one in because I knew you would poop your pants. You're a YA girly.
I'm a YA girly, but I'm also a high fantasy girly, and I totally fucking understand what I'm reading. Prick. For one. Also, I like middle grade books too. What do you have to say about that? Like, what? That's crazy. No, one, YA novels are complex. They are just for young adults. I
mean, there's also like, they can't be too complex or then they would not be young adult. Like, I think Joe's mentioned it, like, to be classified as a young adult, you can't be putting fucking crazy ass words and like, then you aren't young adult anymore. Like you said, it's written for teenagers.
Yeah.
It can't be too fucking crazy.
Yeah, and the opposite of that, just because the character is young doesn't mean it's a young adult. Like, there can be like mature contexts in a young person's point of view. But like Harry Potter, that's a young adult.
No, it's not. It's middle grade. Right?
Okay, yeah.
It's even worse.
Goblet of Fire, then it's young adult.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so still,
that's even lower.
Those are complex. Those are intertwined. There are things that connect through all of the, like, what? No, that's stupid. That opinion is wrong.
I just thought it was so crazy to be like, you're dumb.
That's someone who reads the Odyssey for fun. Okay, like that's
100.
someone.
That's what I'm saying. This is a literature major.
Yeah, who's pretentious as fuck about
They
it.
read Shakespeare without the SparkNote translation.
Yeah, and they do it on the subway to be performative. Like, this is like a fake. No, this person doesn't enjoy reading. They do reading because they think it makes them smart. That made me mad. That made me so mad.
I knew it would.
I read for enjoyment too. So what the fuck? Like, how are you to tell me that my experience of enjoyment is immature or stupid or not complex? Like, I'm enjoying it. So what?
The only comment I had on it was, I don't read YA a lot, but I was like saying to Joe, like, if I am in a mental space where I cannot handle something super crazy like a high fantasy, maybe I just read a young adult because that's all my brain can do right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm unable to read anything higher. It's just
Yeah.
at this time, my brain doesn't want that.
Let's be honest, even if you're reading a book, you're doing better than most people.
Honestly, yeah. What's the average adult read? 1 or 2 a year? Maybe 0?
Yeah, I think the average adult literally reads 1 book a year.
Yeah, so fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, if your reading level is YA, that's fine.
Yeah, it is also totally fine if that's all that you want to read. If that's all that maybe you have the capability of reading in your free
not
time.
everyone is educated in
Yeah.
reading, unfortunately. But yeah, I was like, that is a fucking crazy ass motherfucker. I don't remember reading the comments on that one actually, but okay, this is the last one. If a book makes you cry, that does not mean it's automatically good.
Correct.
I used to think if I cried, I had to give it 5 stars.
Oh.
I've definitely changed my tune in the past few years, but I used to think, oh my god, it made me feel. It has to be like that's top tier. But
I
now
mean,
I feel like I cry at
For me,
the wind blowing the wrong way. So.
I know, I cry at everything. That's what, okay, yeah. So for me, no, that's not true. You know, I cry.
I think if it makes Joe cry,
It's probably
Nobel Prize winning. That's a Nobel. I don't even know if you get Nobel. Do you even get Nobels for fucking literature? I don't fucking know. I've been watching too much Big Bang.
I don't know.
But I just thought that was funny.
I think
Because
they
I
would
used to
be
think that.
more excited for like a Pulitzer Prize or something.
Sure. I used to think that, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is because I cry to everything, but no.
I think there can be a small part of a book that is sad, but the rest can suck ass.
Yeah.
Could be not written well. I could not like the ending.
Yeah.
I could not like any of it, but something sad happened and I cried.
Yeah, I cry happy tears too.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, that's all. I think that there was only a few that were like hella spicy.
Yeah, the cultural appropriation one was it's baffling.
But they put the caveat of like do research, you know.
Yeah.
I think the YA one was crazy. I think
Yeah, that
hit you up
one
the
got
most.
me. I felt like personally attacked by that one.
I knew you would. Well, you want to tell them what we're reading in 2 weeks?
Yes, we are reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, right?
Yes.
That's what it's called. Oh my god, look at me. This will be our second B.K. Borison talked about on the podcast. I'm really excited to talk about it. It is available in audiobook version. And honestly, I do recommend it. It is dual POV, and there are 2 like narrators. So there's a male
up.
and a female, and then there's like little intros to the chapter in which they're conversating with each other on like the radio. And so there's a little bit of extra fun in those as well. So if you don't have enough time to read it physically, the audiobook is also really, really good.
Yeah. And
So-
make sure you join our Fable and make your little comments as you're reading it.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, listening, and subscribing, and following us on Instagram at Our Book Boyfriends Podcast. I almost said .com.
I know.
What? I forgot that now I am a PBS station. LOL. Thank you guys so much for being here. Goodbye.